The following is a production of the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. The boys of fall are back. Davis County football is coming your way on New Country 104.3 KRKN. Davis County Mustang sports broadcasts are brought to you by these sponsors. Tricia and the staff at Brothers Market in Bloomfield. Make sure and download their new app and start saving today at Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. By Community First Credit Union, with over 16 locations to serve you. By Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Call them today for a virtual visit and get seen from the comfort of your home. By Davis County Community School District. One school, one community, one goal. The best we can be. By Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield. Call Darren today to get a great night's sleep on a mattress you'll love. 664-3060. By First Iowa State Bank, with locations in Bloomfield, Cantrell, and Keosauqua. Today, tomorrow, together. By Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. Call Jody for all your state-certified concrete sand, top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel at 799-1235. By Ray, Doug, and Chris and the team at Hamilton Produce in Bloomfield and Ottumwa. Stop in for all your farm and hardware needs, and don't forget, they are the best place to call for all your LP gas needs. By Skyler at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield. He can build any fence you need. Call today to get on his list for fall work. For pictures of his work, check out the Hopkins Fencing Facebook page. By Lisa and the team at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield. Quote to claim, they take care of you. By Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield. Call Bob Lawson and the staff today, where results in your field are always their first concern. By Dr. Dwayne Petrito at Petrito Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Call them today to get a smile that lasts a lifetime. By Chris and the team at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumber yard. Stop in and get everything you need for all your projects. And don't forget to come to the Pulaski Lumber Makers Space on the second Saturday of the month. By Chad LaRue at the Right Choice Driving School. When it comes to the safety of your kids as they learn to drive, make the right choice for driver's ed. Register today at therightchoicedrivingschool.com. By Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. See them today for a great deal on a Polaris Ranger or ATV. By Eric and the team at Spillman Auto Parts in Bloomfield. Don't forget, you can now text them about the car part you need. By Milo and his team at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield, offering free delivery to Bloomfield and the surrounding areas. And by William Penn University. Pay $5,000 or less per year with William Penn's Iowa Pride Scholarship geared towards high school seniors. Visit wmpenn.edu/Iowa Pride to find out more. Now, let's get to the field with the voice of your Davis County Mustangs, Alice Kojo. The following is a production of the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. The boys of fall are back. Davis County football is coming your way on New Country 104.3 KRKN. Davis County Mustang sports broadcasts are brought to you by these sponsors. Tricia and the staff at Brothers Market in Bloomfield. Make sure and download their new app and start saving today at Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. By Community First Credit Union, with over 16 locations to serve you. By Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Call them today for a virtual visit and get seen from the comfort of your home. By Davis County Community School District. One school, one community, one goal. The best we can be. By Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield. Call Darren today to get a great night's sleep on a mattress you'll love. 664-3060. By First Iowa State Bank, with locations in Bloomfield, Cantrell, and Keosauqua. Today, tomorrow, together. By Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. Call Jody for all your state-certified concrete sand, top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel at 799-1235. By Ray, Doug, and Chris and the team at Hamilton Produce in Bloomfield and Ottumwa. Stop in for all your farm and hardware needs, and don't forget, they are the best place to call for all your LP gas needs. By Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield. He can build any fence you need. Call today to get on his list for fall work. For pictures of his work, check out the Hopkins Fencing Facebook page. By Lisa and the team at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield. Quote to claim, they take care of you. By Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield. Call Bob Lawson and the staff today, where results in your field are always their first concern. By Dr. Dwayne Petrito at Petrito Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. Call them today to get a smile that lasts a lifetime. By Chris and the team at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumber yard. Stop in and get everything you need for all your projects. And don't forget to come to the Pulaski Lumber Makers Space on the second Saturday of the month. By Chad LaRue at the Right Choice Driving School. When it comes to the safety of your kids as they learn to drive, make the right choice for driver's ed. Register today at therightchoicedrivingschool.com. By Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. See them today for a great deal on a Polaris Ranger or ATV. By Eric and the team at Spillman Auto Parts in Bloomfield. Don't forget, you can now text them about the car part you need. By Milo and his team at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield, offering free delivery to Bloomfield and the surrounding areas. And by William Penn University. Pay $5,000 or less per year with William Penn's Iowa Pride Scholarship geared towards high school seniors. Visit wmpenn.edu/Iowa Pride to find out more. Now, let's get to the field with the voice of your Davis County Mustangs, Alice Kojo.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Yes, the great outdoors is wide open. So why not make the most of it? Expand your family's freedom with the off-road's best. Like the only built-in GPS that doesn't require a cell connection. And group tracking that lets you spread out and stay together. Upgrade your ride for as little as $5 a day. Polaris. Think outside.
Stop into Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road.
The Williamsburg Raiders. Good evening, and I hope it's dry wherever you're spending your Friday. It's a pleasure to have you with us. I'm Ellis Kojo. Our on-site producer is Parker Stevens. And let's say hello for the first time to my partner in crime, Brad McCloskey. Brad, there's a lot of history, or not a lot of history, between Davis County and Williamsburg, but the history definitely favors the Raiders. Personally, I talked to you about this before we went on the air. I feel like this is Davis County's best chance to be competitive against Williamsburg. How do you feel about this matchup?
Well, it's not a great matchup in terms of the level of program establishment. Again, we have a first-year head coach for the Davis County Mustangs in Scott Murdoch. The Williamsburg Raiders have been around for a long time and have a very well-established program. So the trenches are really going to be a tough matchup for the Davis County Mustangs. But in these conditions, there's going to be turnovers, and whoever comes out on top on those turnover ratio is probably going to be successful tonight.
I think one of the biggest keys is, if we remember the Albia game from last week, the tackling was not very good to start things off. It improved as the game went on. They're going to have to be sound with their tackling tonight because obviously Williamsburg, they're the type that you kind of have to play, I don't want to say a perfect game, but you have to play a very, very solid game in order to beat them. Yeah,
that's totally true. And, our program has been building with the freshman group that are now juniors a few years ago. And if this is the type of program we want to become, you're going to see it tonight. So these guys have a tough matchup, but our program's building. It's improving. It's been improving for the last few seasons. And these boys are going to get a taste of what Iowa football really looks like. And if this is what they want to be, you got to step up to the matchups that you're going to experience tonight, and may the best man win.
I'm interested to see the Davis County Mustangs on offense, just to see they had so many explosive plays both against Centerville and especially against Albia. Gloucester, of course, has had two big games so far. Carson Zittler stepped up, especially in the second half of last week's game, and Carson Mader, 4 touchdown passes. Still has not thrown an interception. I knocked on wood there just because I jinxed the Mustangs last week. I don't want to do that again. All of those considerations, I just want to see how they decide to attack this Williamsburg defense.
Yeah, that's going to be the place that we're probably most even, is our athletes are just as solid as their athletes. What they have is probably a little bit more depth than we do at certain positions, and they, just again with a program that's been established for years, they probably have a little bit better offense and defensive line play. So those trenches are really where games are won and lost. So I'm interested to see how we handle their physicality, because they're going to be a very physical team in those trenches. They're going to be very sound. They're not used to playing on this type of field. They have an artificial field at Williamsburg. Their first game of the season, they played at Solon, which is artificial turf. They're used to playing artificial turf. Here, maybe a little bit to our advantage, because those linemen who are used to having that sure footing with that artificial turf are going to have to be thinking about that. Yeah. And I'll get into more about their offense here in a little bit.
Williamsburg won the toss, and they said, guess what? We want the ball. So we will see the Williamsburg offense on the field first, as Gavin McCall leads his special teams out onto the field. Davis County will be kicking from left to right here in the first quarter.
Something else I'm interested to see, just watching the little bit of film that I have against Williamsburg, is they're pretty balanced. I expected to see more run out of them than what I did when I watched the first couple games of this season. They want to roll that quarterback out a lot and get him in space, and he wants to throw the ball. But again, when you're rolling out, your footing is not always that sure, especially in conditions like this. So it'll be interesting to see who's, the field looks good right now, but as the game gets played, I think we're going to see field conditions come into play as well.
McCall has the ball teed up, and Carson Hudipole is the deep man for Williamsburg. 2-0 Davis County versus 2-0 Williamsburg. Week 3 action on a foggy and rainy day here in Bloomfield, and off we go. A low spinner going towards the near side, and it's caught by Caden Grip, and he shakes away from a tackle, but good, solid.
Number 32.
An ankle tackle by, wow, you want to go after that name
Hoyt.
or not? Okay, Hoyt's his first
that
name.
part I can do.
And I'm going to go with Zwaniarski. Zwaniarski, that's what I think it is. But
good tackle, Hoyt.
37-yard line is the line of scrimmage where Williamsburg will begin the first drive. 1st and 10 from there. Levi Weldon's the quarterback in the pistol with Hudipole behind him. And actually, it's not Hudipole with the handoff, but getting good yardage. And actually break it out into the secondary. That's Riley Holt up the far sideline, inside the 30, inside the 10, tackled inside the 5, and it's a touchdown.
Signaling touchdown.
Goodness gracious, 63 yards, first play from scrimmage.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, we saw this same exact thing. Was it last week?
Oh, yeah.
Right, first play or two, we were slow kind of to wake up, and this is not a team you want to have a slow start against. So, we can bend, but we can't afford to give up too many of those. And wow, right out of the gate, here they go, off to the races.
Riley Holtz with a 63-yard touchdown to start things off. And Williamsburg showing their dominance early on. Alex Moravets, to kick the extra point. Soccer-style kicker. And he missed it. Wide to the left.
Couldn't even hardly see the ball from here, honestly. Like trying to describe to fans how foggy it is here. It's like being in a plane when you're taking off at 20,000 feet and you're going through the cloud. That's what it's like here. So conditions definitely going to be a factor.
11:41 remaining in the first quarter. It is already 6-0 in favor of Williamsburg. Davis County gets the ball back, and we'll be back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Your best choice for groceries is Brothers Market in Bloomfield, where they treat you like family. They are proud to offer Best Choice branded items. While you're here, check out the awesome selection in their meat department and make sure and find something for your sweet tooth in the bakery. Don't forget to check them out on Facebook or visit their website at shopbrothersmarket.com. Stop in and see them today at Brothers Market in Bloomfield, where they treat you like family.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
A 3-yard run by Riley Holt has started things off for Williamsburg. They lead Davis County 6-0 after the missed extra point. Just one play from scrimmage is all they needed to get on the board. Now Davis County looking to get their hands on the ball. Glosser and Bish back to receive this kick. High spinner, it is short. Bounces in front of Bish and gets behind him. He scoops it up and falls down at about the 10-yard line. Looked like he misjudged the flight of that kick. He might have lost it, too. It's a very foggy day, Brad.
It is extremely foggy, and you and I were talking pregame that could definitely come into play. We can't punt it, when we are going to punt it at some point this game. We can't punt it far, but if you can punt it high, that could be to your advantage because I'm telling you, you're going to lose it. These lights are having a hard time even shining through this fog right now, so it's foggy until the wind picks up.
Davis County with 3 backs in the backfield behind Carson Mater, who is in under center. McCall's the deep back. He takes the carry running straight ahead. Decent yardage across the 15 to the 16, a gain of 6 on first down.
And as we have the last 2 weeks, we're coming out in that power formation, so it's offset. So we have a guard tackle, so kind of an unbalanced set, power football, giving them a little bit of that, what they've seen on film the last 2 weeks, being consistent here tonight.
Judging by the starters, Brad, for the defense, looks like Williamsburg's playing a 3-3-5. Maybe after the next play, you can tell us the advantages of playing a 3-3-5.
Yeah, and really they're walking down 2 guys on the outside of each down lineman that's in a traditional, 3-point stance.
McCall with the carry again. This time he gets stacked up at the line, but then he pushes forward, has a first down, refusing to go to the turf as he gets it across the 25 to the 27, and a first down for Davis County, gain of 10.
So, when I coached at West Branch, which is a school about as far away from Iowa City as Williamsburg is to Iowa City, at West Branch, we ran a similar defense. It really is a 5 front. You just have 2 of your ends standing up in a 2-point as opposed to a 3-point. and they're a little bit more athletic that way. They're already up on their feet. So it really is a five-man front. And then when we're bunched like this, they're even walking their corner down. So they're packing as many guys in the box as they can because they know what we're doing.
1st and 10 from the 27. McCall this time gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Riley Holt among 3 other Raiders to drop McCall for perhaps a loss of 1. We'll see where they mark it. Loss of about half a yard, so we'll say minus 1 yard and 2nd and 11 coming up from the 26.
And as I'm looking at their starting lineup here, there are some younger players in there, but last year this team did make it to the UNI Dome, the Unidome, in the semifinals and got beat by Waukon. So experienced team here in the Williamsburg front. 2nd and
11 from the 26. This time it's Clayton Smith that gets the tote, and he slams right into the line and gets nothing. Maybe lost another half a yard back to, actually we'll call that no gain. So 3rd and long coming up for Davis County. It looks like they'll have to put it up for the first time tonight.
Pretty consistent, again, with what we've seen the last 2 weeks where we kind of come out in this and we establish the line of scrimmage a little bit, convert a first down. I'm excited to see our athletes in space here in these conditions against their athletes because I think it's going to be a pretty even matchup out in space.
3rd and 11 from the 26. Mater takes a shotgun snap, throws it deep down the seam, and he just missed McCall, who had a step on his defender, and already – just to illustrate how muddy it is down there, there's a player that was guarding him, but his jersey is white, and now his number is concealed due to him taking the spill and mud all over the back of his jersey. Regardless, incomplete pass. 4th down for Davis County, and in comes the punt team.
Gavin was open there, just missed him by a step. Normally, he probably would have caught that ball because timing would have been what they're used to in dry conditions. Here, nothing dry about the field right now.
Glosser handling the punting doings, a high spiral, nice pretty kick. Retreating to the 35 and reeling in it is Weber, running up the far sideline, and Jake Weber gets into Mustang territory, knocked out of bounds around the 45-yard line. So Williamsburg scores on the first play from scrimmage. Then they force Davis County to, they allow a first down for Davis County before the defense hunkers down. And now they have the ball at the Davis County 45 with a 6-0 lead and 9:01 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, and really solid field position here. Good return by them to get something out of that. You can see our guys trying to break down on their return man, and again, footing came into play there, something we're going to be battling all night. The field's holding up okay so far, but that could be an issue as the game proceeds.
Levi Weldon in the pistol with Carson Hudipole lined up behind him. 1 receiver to the left and 2 to the right. Quick pass over the middle. It's caught. That's Weber. Gets away from an ankle tackle on the far numbers and dives forward to about the 20, make that the 18-yard line. So a 28-yard gain.
Yeah, consistent with what I've seen on film from them. They like those seam routes, quick seam routes or fade routes. They don't do too much fancy, especially tonight. You're not going to see probably a lot of curls or things where the receiver has to stick their foot in the ground to come back. Quick hitter seam there for a big gain.
A quarterback keeper, Walden, up the middle, shakes away from a tackle, diving forward towards the goal line, and he is inside the 5 to about the 3. It is a first down, a 15-yard run by Levi Weldon, and Williamsburg rolling. 1st and goal from the 3.
1st and goal, Williamsburg. Tackle made by Piper for the Mustangs.
Now Weldon's in the pistol. Hudipole's behind him, and quick pass over the middle. Intercepted in the end zone. And sliding down for a touchback, that was Caden Glosser, who picked it off. They try to play action, and kind of like that seam play we saw on first down on the first play of the series, Brad. This time, Glosser was ready, and he picks it off in the end zone to keep Williamsburg off the board.
Yeah, positioning there so important when you have you're backed up already. You don't have very much depth behind you. We used to call those hot routes, and when our coaches, we'd always coach to line up inside just for that reason, so that you could be quick to that hot route and. Right there on the spot is Caden Glosser yet again. So, and then a wise decision to go down in the end zone because we get the ball out onto the 20-yard line. So, very, very wise decision by an experienced player, Caden Glosser. Big turn of events and good field position.
Huge play right there. 1st and 10 for Davis County at their own 20. They trail Williamsburg 6-0 with 8:02 remaining in the opening stanza. Mader is in the pistol. Smith is lined up behind him, and a flag comes in. That might be delay of game, as that was thrown by the back judge.
Not quite on the same page there. Mader was expecting some motion out of one of his receivers, and the trip side didn't get it. Was motioning to him to get going. And
well, we didn't see
marches back a little.
Well, we didn't see the signal from the referee. I'm just going to assume that it was delay of game.
I believe that's what it was, yeah.
1st and 15 from the 15. Mader throwing deep down the near sideline for Zittler, incomplete. Zittler had a step on his defender, Kobe Julius, as he was running along the near numbers at around the 40. Dove for it. Couldn't quite get it, and after an incomplete pass, it's 2nd and 15.
I don't believe it'll be long before we'll make those connections. It's, again, the timing thing. It's hard to practice in these conditions and prepare for this when you've been preparing all summer in completely dry conditions. I mean, we just have had a drought as of 3 days ago, and now we've had nothing but rain. So it's going to take some time to adjust there. Williamsburg's hitting more of those quick, short passes. We're trying to go more on the deeper fades, and we're just missing. I believe we'll make those connections here in a bit. Trip
bunch formation to the left side. The handoff goes to McCall. He gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Actually, he'll lose a yard to the 15. I beg your pardon, the 14.
I got to believe it's going to be pretty tough sledding in there all night. Again, when we get our athletes out in space, we can hang with them. And right now, our two long pass plays, we've had a step or two on their defenders. They are a good football team, again, who made the Dome last year, made the semifinals, just beat Solon 2 weeks ago, who dropped down from 3A to 2A, who was in the championship game last year in 3A. So a very solid football program here who's sound up front on the D-line.
3rd and 15 from the 15. Blitz coming, and it was a screen pass set up. They tried a tunnel screen to Glosser on the near side, but the rush got to Mader way too quickly. And so there was not adequate time to set that screen up. And another incomplete pass by Mader, and Davis County, after getting an interception in the end zone, will go 3 and out.
And you could see he was having trouble getting the handle on the snap there. Conditions came into play the ball, and his hands are wet. He never did get a good handle on it, so it was almost a two-hand, like potato pass, as opposed to him getting the seams and getting a clean pass. That one never really had a chance.
Glosser punts it away. Weber waits for it at the 47. He dropped it, but he was able to get back on it right at the 47. So Weber with a muff, but he was able to recover his own muff. And Williamsburg is set up with 1st and 10 at the Davis County 47.
There's an example of a play that, eventually those things are going to continue to happen. I mean, the ball is wet. It's going to be wet regardless of how much you towel it off, and your hands are wet. Low-hanging clouds here in the fog. As it gets less and less sunlight, it's going to be more and more difficult. So those things will bounce our way eventually, and they're going to continue to happen all night long.
Weldon is in the pistol. The handoff is to Holt. He has a 63-yard touchdown run already in this quarter. He runs it wide to the right side to the 40, a gain of 7.
Carried by Holt.
Tackle made by, looks like Glosser was in on the stop for Davis County. But 2nd and short coming up for Williamsburg. They already have a 6-0 lead with 6:35 remaining in the opening quarter. 2nd and 3 from the Davis County 40. Another handoff. Holt again, and he gets a tough tackle by McCall and Smith right around the sticks. Referee looking it over right now, and he says it is, well, they decided to move the sticks. He didn't really signal first down, but fresh set of downs coming up for Williamsburg.
Yeah, it was kind of a quick trap play there. Yeah. Good tackle by both linebackers. Good collision from the back and those linebackers, but just enough for a first down.
Yeah, 4-yard gain by Holt on 2nd and 3.
Timeout,
and Davis County calls a timeout. 6:03 remaining, first quarter. Williamsburg 6, Davis County nothing. Brad, it feels like if Davis County can weather this storm a little bit, maybe get their sea legs in this game, then we'll see if Davis County is game for this. Otherwise, that interception by Gloucester in the end zone has been key, but the defense has come up big again because it's been a slanted field this whole first quarter.
It has been, and that's, if you go back to the kickoff after Williamsburg scored and we didn't field it cleanly, that was really the flip of the field, and we've since been battling to get out of our own end zone. But I don't believe Williamsburg, now don't quote, and I don't have the stats in front of me, I don't believe they've had a turnover in week 1 or 2 that I could see on any film. They show the stats at the end of those clips on Huddle.
Yeah.
So big that we got a turnover, especially big in that situation when they were knocking on the door again to score.
Yeah, Levi Weldon threw his first interception of the season earlier in the quarter. Coming into the game, he was 17 of 33 with 296 yards, 3 touchdowns, and as I said, no interceptions, and you can add 1 to that after Gloucester picked him off in the end zone. Coming out of the Davis County timeout, it's 1st and 10 for Williamsburg with the ball at the Davis County 36, moving from right to left here in quarter number 1. Walden's in the shotgun. Hudipol's to his right. Play action, pass over the middle. The slant is caught and breaking free. Looked like that was John Steinmetz on the catch. All the way down to the 10-yard line. Again at 26.
And as I watched film, that was something that really surprised me. Again, I may have mentioned this already, but how balanced they were. When I think of Williamsburg and knowing what I do about them and their history, they've traditionally been a very power football team. But here, in wet conditions, slippery conditions, making solid connections on quick hitter passing routes.
1st and goal from the 10. Handoff is to Hudipol, spinning at the goal line, falling forward, and just short.
10-yard gain by Holt.
Yeah, he's an impressive back.
Yes.
Really, he showed good balance there, and again, in wet conditions, put his hand down, made a spin off of a tackle, and just about was able to get that one in the end zone. Came up inches short. So an impressive running back hit there, again, out of slippery conditions.
Riley Holt now is in the game. And
it was measuring for a first down because it was on the inch line for a first down, and he didn't get in.
Okay, I thought
this will be interesting.
Yeah.
Literally an inch short of the goal line.
They stretched the chains, and it is a first down for Williamsburg. So 1st and goal from just inside the 1. So good news, they stopped the touchdown, but bad news, Williamsburg has 1st and goal from inside the 1.
A very calm night here. You don't see a lot of energy from either team.
No.
It's just the conditions are kind of dreary and overcast, and the teams are kind of lacking energy right now, too.
Handoff is to Holt, and he will stroll into the end zone for the touchdown. Went off the right tackle and got a bit of a bump from Trey Armstrong on his way into the end zone, but the second touchdown scored by Holt, and Williamsburg extends their lead 12-0 with the extra point coming up.
That's a really tough spot to be in, even on the inch line, But, now they scored. We could be down 3. We're only down 2.
True.
We have to have a big return on the ensuing kickoff here to flip the field because we cannot keep playing with this short field. They will score in a hurry and often.
Alex Maravets in to kick the extra point. Kick is away. And I'll have to see. I'll just have to take the official's word for it. It's good.
Ball just completely disappeared once it leaves the tee.
5:13 remaining in quarter number 1. Williamsburg 13, Davis County nothing. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
When it comes to the safety of your children, be sure to make the right choice when they start driving. At the Right Choice Driving School, they treat each student like family and do their utmost to provide each student with the necessary information and techniques to become a lifelong, safe, responsible driver. Sign up for driver's education today and you can start tomorrow. They are open to students in all Iowa districts. Go to therightchoicedrivingschool.com today for more information. Proud sponsor of the Davis County Mustangs.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Everything good, but it ain't sweet, no.
I've played 47-yard drive, ending with a 1-yard run by Riley Holt, his second of the game, has Williamsburg ahead of Davis County 13-0 here at Mustang Stadium with 5:13 remaining in the first quarter. Maravets has the ball teed up at the 40. Ready to send this one away to the duo of Caden Glosser and Tayden Bish. There's a kick. Driving kick to the 10. Gloucester reels it in at the 11, at the 20. Running right to the 30 and escorted out of bounds around the 35-yard line.
That's more like it. Some good collisions going on out there. Our boys are not backing down from the full head of steam that Williamsburg had at them running there. I saw some really good collisions, clean collisions, and a good return out of the Mustangs to give them, good starting field position here.
It's their best field position so far. So far, they start at their own 10, their own 20. This drive will start at the 33 of Davis County with 5:07 remaining in the first quarter.
And we've only been 1 or 2 steps away from making some big connections, so it's just a matter of time. I really like our chances if we can find ways to get the ball in our athletes' hands in space, and I'm confident in Coach Scott Murdoch and his play calling. He'll find ways to do that.
Zittler coming into the motion, and a jet sweep to Carson Zittler, running wide to the far side and slung down in the backfield for a loss back at the 29-yard line. It's a loss of 4.
And Williamsburg had a lot of bodies there to the ball, so they're flying off the football, and they're very good with their first step. They're just sound on the defensive line, something I expected to see, and they showed it there. They had a lot of bodies to the ball there in a hurry.
2nd and 15 from the 28. Mater to throw, heavy pressure, pass over middle. That's caught by Smith, diving forward for the sticks on the hash on the far side, and he is close to a first down. That's the first completion by Mater. He was 0 for 3 before that completion to Smith.
And a good, smart play call. Again, something that Williamsburg's doing to us is quick, clean hit pass. They blitz 2 guys, so they had 4 guys coming on the D-line. They blitz 2 guys up the middle. Mater recognized that, had to get it out of his hands quickly. Good play call, good recognition there, and close to a first down. Be 3rd and inches, looks like, or at least about maybe half a yard.
14-yard pass from Mater to Smith, and you're right. 3rd and manageable. 3rd and looks like about half a yard. And early jumping, and maybe Davis County flinch. Nope, they're going to call offside on Williamsburg, and that gives Davis County a first down.
Very nice job there, boys. I mean, really, that, good job by the coaching staff to call that. Could tell that they were getting quick off the ball. Those first steps, blitzes, something we did against Centerville a few times was change up the cadence, and that worked out there, an easy conversion.
Clock moving. We're inside of 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Williamsburg with a 12-0 lead over Davis County. And the Mustangs have a 1st and 10 at their own 48. Mater to throw. Flow pass to the near side, caught by Zittler at the 45, shakes a tackle and slung out of bounds at around the 40-yard line, but that's a gain of 12 and another first down for the Mustangs.
So there's a perfect example of what I was talking about, getting our athletes the ball in space. But I have to give credit where credit was due. They had, again, blitzes called there. Our offensive line did a fantastic job of picking up those blitzes. Back in the backfield did as well. Gave Mater the time that he needed to set his feet and get a nice ball out to Zittler. And he, being an athlete, made a play, converted on first down. Great job play calling, and also good job by the offensive line there.
Davis County now with a 1st and 10. This will be the first play in Williamsburg territory at the 40. They fake the quarterback draw. Mater throws it to the far side, and Zittler, it was incomplete. Kind of a wonky-looking play call there, Brad. It looks like it was a fake draw, and then Mater pulled up and tried to hit Zittler along the far sideline, but he was well covered, and the pass is incomplete.
He was, and he got tangled up with the defender, and I'm not sure they're allowed to make contact that deep past the line of scrimmage, so the defender there may have gotten away with either holding or pass interference of some kind, as I heard our coaches yelling, because you're not allowed to make contact past, I believe, 5 yards once the ball's in the air, but he got away with one there. I think that was the hang-up, as Zittler wasn't free on his route.
2nd and 10 from the 40, and more jumping, but this time it's Davis County who gets flagged for a false start. That turns 2nd and 10 into 2nd and 15. Ball pushed back to the Williamsburg 45. Williamsburg has a 13-0 lead over Davis County with 3:41 remaining in the first quarter. Lynch, Glosser, and Smith are the wide receivers to the left. Zittler is a lone man to the right. McCall is in the backfield with Mater. Mater to throw. Good protection. Deep over the middle. Jumping catch by Glosser. Flag is down. Glosser lost the ball. He fumbled the ball forward into the end zone. A lot to unpack. Gloucester lost it at about the 15-yard line, and the ball slid all the way down to the 1 where it was recovered by Williamsburg, but a flag is down at the 30. Right after Gloucester made that catch, a flag was thrown, and we'll see who it goes against.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because typically you would decline that penalty on the reception because I'm thinking it's going to be pass interference. But when you turn the ball over.
But they called pass interference, and the referee waved his arms to say they declined the penalty.
Well,
was Gloucester down before he fumbled?
I believe that in that case I would accept the penalty.
Of course,
of pass
because
interference.
otherwise it's Williamsburg ball.
Otherwise it's Williamsburg ball. So hopefully one of the Davis County athletes didn't decline the penalty, not thinking about how the turn of events would happen after. But I believe they should get the ball back here if they accept the penalty before the turnover.
Head coach Scott Murdoch came out to about the near numbers and said, "Hey, whoa, wait!
Yes.
We're not declining anything."
No.
So a big play hit over the middle. Unfortunately, Gloucester fumbled, but fortunately for Gloucester, pass interference is called against Williamsburg.
Yeah, from the spot of the foul, so they're trying to figure out exactly where that spot would be at this time. I believe it's a spot foul, so around where the flag is thrown, which is at the 29.
Yeah, it's inside of 15 yards. So, yeah, it's a spot foul, automatic first down, regardless, so it doesn't matter how many yards they came out with.
A fortunate break there because typically, again, you would decline that penalty, a big gain. You take the ball, but that time the yellow came out and saved us, so we get to play on here on offense.
All in all, it was a 15-yard penalty against Williamsburg, and the new line of scrimmage is the 30-yard line for Davis County. There's been 2 penalties now for the Williamsburg defense that has given Davis County first downs.
And I'm going to give credit again to our offensive line. A lot happened there, but they had a good pocket for Mater to make that play.
More jumping, and Williamsburg jumps offside. The hard count being utilized by Mater and his offense. And it's 1st and 5 after the offside penalty against Williamsburg.
Absolutely. 3 yards against this defense. We will take them.
3:04 remaining in quarter number 1. Williamsburg 13, Davis County nothing. However, Davis County has 1st and 10 at the Williamsburg 25 now. This drive started at the Davis County 33. And they've made it all the way to the Williamsburg 25, and Davis County looked like they weren't quite organized on offense, and they will have to burn their second timeout of the half. So the clock is stopped with 2:46 remaining in the first quarter. Davis County trailing Williamsburg 13-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Do you need a fence built? Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield and save yourself some blood, sweat, and tears. Skylar can build whatever kind of fence you need, from barbed wire, woven, continuous, and custom welding. Check out the Hopkins Fencing Facebook page for lots of pictures of the quality fencing jobs he has done. Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield today to get on his fall building list, as it will fill up fast. You can find his number on Facebook or call 641-208-6310.
You're watching Mustang football on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to a very soggy Mustang Stadium here in Bloomfield. Davis County looking to get back into this game against Williamsburg, trailing 13-0 with 2:46 remaining in the first quarter. Carson Mater brings his offense back out to the field after a Davis County timeout. 1st and 5 from the Williamsburg 25. Davis County moving from left to right here in quarter number 1. Both teams 2-0, looking to keep their undefeated starts going. A pass is incomplete as it was Smith. Couldn't quite, the pass was a bit low in the flat to the near numbers. And Mater under pressure as well. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, number 45, Riley Holt for the Williamsburg defense was putting a lot of pressure and barreling down.
He's a good one, Brad.
Yeah, because he's their running back, correct, as well?
Yeah, backup running back, yep.
Yep. And so, yeah, an impressive player there. He put good pressure on Mater. Mater had to get it out of his hands a little quicker than he wanted to and came up just a bit short.
More jumping. And another offside penalty against Williamsburg.
I have to give, again, a lot of credit to our offensive line this entire drive. Sound there as well, holding still on the hard count, been given a good pocket to Mater, protecting his backside on the rollouts. Great job by the offensive line. Ton of credit.
Already the third offside penalty against Williamsburg here in the first quarter. Give them a call running straight ahead. And he surges ahead to about the 15, a gain of 5 on first down. 2nd and 5 coming up for Davis County, trailing 13-0 with 2:28 remaining in quarter number 1.
And exactly the type of drive that we needed after being, back on our heels, on our side of the field, against our own end zone. Good starting field position on the kick return and have just kept it going. And, again, I can't give enough credit to this offensive line right now with their sound play and communication.
Zittler, Glosser, and Smith are the wide receivers to the right. Now Smith lines up tight to the right. Lynch coming into motion from left to right now. They fake the jet sweep. Lob pass into the middle of the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. That was into heavy traffic. Glosser was the intended receiver, but he was surrounded by about 3 defenders. Fortunately, that wasn't intercepted, and it's 3rd down coming up for Davis County.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play there, and glad that one hit the soggy ground tonight because that one could have easily been intercepted. We'll have to use maybe a little bit better sound judgment than that. That looked like trouble all over the place when it was floating up there.
Given the way Davis County's kicking game has been faring so far in this early season, Brad, you figure this is 4-down territory, so they have 2 downs to get 4 yards. 3rd and 4 coming up from we'll call it 3rd and 5 from the 15.
Exactly, especially in these conditions. You can see we're already kind of wearing a spot down from just our offensive play right now.
Mater with a straight quarterback run, tries the right side as he runs it wide, and he gets tackled from behind by Holt right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Lost the 2 on the play on the run by Mater.
So 4th and 5 coming up for the Mustangs.
3rd and 6 for the Mustangs.
Big play here. Obviously a great drive. You'd love to see this one continue and cap this off with some kind of points. But as you said, kicking game lacking a little bit of a weak spot for us. Field conditions, no way. We have to definitely convert this on the offensive side of the ball.
Trips to the left with the wide receiver to the right. 4th and 5. Mater dropped the snap. And it's recovered by Williamsburg. Riley Holt recovered the fumble at the 22-yard line. And the first turnover for Davis County gives the ball back to the Raiders with 1:42 remaining in the opening quarter.
Again, really still learned a lot there, right? I mean, we did. Now the job of the defense is to try to keep them out of the end zone. We're still in the first quarter here, so it'd be a big hole to dig out of. But good offensive drive, good offensive line play. Just kind of stubbed our toe there. Fortunate that it wasn't intercepted earlier there. Turnover. It was going to be a turnover on downs as the play looked anyway.
On 1st and 10. Riley Holt with the handoff, looking to add to his big night as he runs it wide to the far side at the 50, inside the 40, inside the 10. He is gone for the touchdown. Just like that, 77 yards.
He showed good vision. I'll give him a lot of credit. We had some missed tackles. He had a stiff arm right at the 50-yard line on the safety. I missed a number there, but a good stiff arm. Just a good play, offensive play with tough field conditions, and he's slippery and was able to slide out of a few tackles there and provide a couple stiff arms along the way as well.
Beg your pardon, that was Hudipole on the carry and a 77-yard touchdown. So it did not take Williamsburg long to cash in on the Davis County turnover. And the extra point by Maravets is good.
Point after by Maravets.
Minute 23 left in quarter number 1. Williamsburg stretches out their lead. It is now 20-0 over Davis County. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
This is Milo Wells, your pharmacist and owner at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. When you need prescriptions, stop in and let our team take care of you. If you're a current customer, I challenge you to ask a friend or neighbor that comes to our pharmacy if they are satisfied with the professionalism and small-town customer service we pride ourselves on. We provide a higher level of pharmacy care with the same copays as other pharmacies in the area. Let us sync your medications to help save you time with once-a-month pickup at Wells Hometown Drug next to CarQuest in Bloomfield.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
After the Davis County fumble, it took just one play for Williamsburg to take advantage. A 77-yard run by Carson Hudepolt. And it is a 20-0 Williamsburg lead with 1:23 remaining in the first quarter. Battle of a couple of 2-0 teams. Recent history has favored Williamsburg. They've only played twice over the recent years. 2 years ago here in the stadium, Williamsburg won 50-7. And last year in Williamsburg, they defeated Davis County 49-12. Kick comes to Bish, running up the near side, gets stood up as he crossed the 30, make that the 25-yard line. No, it was the 30-yard line. So first down around the 30-yard line for Davis County. And, Brad, we've seen some good things from the offense. Just, that really the conditions probably played a hand in that last fumble. But we've seen some good things from the Davis County offense, just a couple of inches away from getting on the board.
You're right. And we've been on the offensive side of the ball for quite a while now, so I'm sure we're getting worn out. We're still in the first quarter here at Mustang Stadium, so some work to be done. And if we have a chance, it's got to start with good tackling on defense because we can't have that happen anymore.
Handoff is to McCall, crossing the 30, fighting for more yardage, and he's down at about the 32, a gain of 5 for Gavin McCall. So far, McCall, 5 carries, 26 yards.
Yes, and again, as I expected, it's going to be pretty tough sledding in the trenches tonight against an experienced, upper-class team and upper-class linemen who have a lot of experienced a deep playoff run last year. So, again, conditions are going to come into play, and they're going to be working as hard as they can to keep their feet under and play solid defense, and we have to do the same.
40 seconds remaining in the quarter on 2nd and 5 to give to McCall, and he gets maybe another yard as he runs straight ahead, and that may be the end of the first quarter, depending on whether or not Scott Murdoch wants to run another play before the end of the stanza.
1 yard pickup by McCall.
So 3rd and 4 coming up for Davis County.
I will be surprised if they run another play here. I would take the opportunity to, basically get another timeout, but not sure exactly when the play clock started compared to what the clock read. So maybe that's in the back of coach's mind.
Inside of 10 seconds, 3rd and 4. Blitz coming. Mater got sacked, and the referee said he lost the ball as well, but the referee said he was down. Running free was Owen Douglas, and he managed to tackle Mater at the 25-yard line as the first quarter comes to an end. So the line of scrimmage will be the 23-yard line when we return, a loss of 10. And at the end of 1, it's Williamsburg 20, Davis County nothing. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Who won't stop us now? Who won't stop us now?
The first play of quarter number 2 will be a punt by Caden Glosser after a 3-and-out by Davis County. Welcome back to Mustang Stadium, Week 3 action. Williamsburg leading 20-0. Glosser's kick, a high spiral, bouncing at the 47 and gathered in, and flags fly as finally getting tackled as he crossed midfield. I believe that was Weber on the Yeah, that was Jake Weber on the return.
Clear hold over here, and both officials caught it. So that one's going to be coming back and be marked back from there. So a little bit more challenging field position for Williamsburg than what they've had tonight.
Illegal block in the back is a call
against
okay. Williamsburg.
I saw a hold, so maybe a couple there.
So that is the 5th penalty against Williamsburg. This cost them 40 yards thus far. Davis County has been penalized twice for 10. So the ball was pushed back to the Williamsburg 35-yard line. Where the ball is hasn't been much of an issue for Williamsburg. They have a 63-yard run and a 77-yard touchdown run back in the first quarter.
The big thing for us is just we have to tackle. You know, when we have opportunities to make tackles, these athletes are making plays, and we have to tackle them in space.
Pass is caught by Steinmetz over the middle. He breaks free at the 40. He's at the 30 and tackled from behind at the Davis County 32-yard line. Making the touchdown-saving tackle was your boy Hoyt.
Good open field tackle. We had a couple others that just slipped. You know, the field is starting to get more and more torn up between the hashes and getting really, you see in big chunks of sod knocked out in places. So field conditions, as we expected, making their appearance, and also I'm impressed with their ability to make plays and cut on, with the ball when they do have the opportunity to make the plays. So they're handling the field conditions quite well.
That was a 33-yard pass from Weldon to Steinmetz. And a false start called against Williamsburg. That's really been their only flaw so far in this game, not to mention that interception in the end zone as well. But
yeah. Agreed. You know, I've coached teams that have been down 21-0, and really the only thing you can do is just take it one play at a time and focus on your individual assignment. You know, we've had opportunities to make plays. They're just making them, and they're making guys miss. When our guys get the ball on offense, we have to do the same and jump back in this thing.
On 1st and 15, the handoff is to Hudipol, and he is running towards the near side. Beg your pardon, now is Riley Holt on the carry. And Holt got brought down at the 25. Make that a 24, and a 13-yard pickup for Holt, who is now over 100 yards.
He had several guys out there leading for him, too, so they're pulling some linemen and getting him out in space. So a nice job there by Carson Zittler to get him on the ground, because they had a full steam ahead going there towards the end zone if he didn't bring that tackle down.
On 2nd and 2 from the 24, Weldon to throw, twisting around the pocket, now rolling to his right, throws it deep back down the middle, jump ball, and it's incomplete. Steinmetz, the intended receiver, had to play defensive back there as it looked like Lynch had a shot for the interception.
That's one, as a coach, you tell him, you're rolling to your right and you're throwing back across the field in the middle of the field across your body. That's a no-no at the quarterback position. So I'm sure Coach will mark that one down mentally in addition to the penalties and talk to them about that next time he comes to the sideline. That's a dangerous pass.
3rd and 2 from the 24. Holt is the running back. He gets the carry, trying to bounce it out to the right side. Shakes a tackle. Oh, my goodness. Holt breaking manner of tackles, a 12-yard gain to the 12-yard line. Davis County had him stopped in the backfield, Brad, but they just could not bring him to the ground.
That is an impressive run, and there's just no two ways around it. He handling, again, the questionable footing very well are these athletes from Williamsburg, and great balance there, good body control. He spun out of a couple tackles, used his arm to keep his balance. That was just an impressive run. What can you say? Good athletic play by him.
10:05 remaining in the second quarter. Williamsburg 20, Davis County nothing, and the Raiders of Williamsburg, ranked number 2 in 2A, are driving once again, looking to add to their lead. 1st and 10 from the Davis County 12, looking to get into the end zone to our right. I formation behind Weldon, who's in a shotgun. Handoff is to Holt, running wide to the left. Shakes another tackle inside the 10 and brought down around the 5 for a gain of 7.
As I talked to Coach Blake, who's their defensive coordinator for the Davis County Mustangs, he said that's one of their favorite plays. That kind of they're aiming for that C gap, as we call it on offense, kind of that outside stretch zone, trying to get your defensive matchups limited out there on the edge of your defense and stretching the defensive line.
Flags fly before the 2nd and 3 play from the 5. Another pre-snap penalty against Williamsburg. This time it's a false start. Penalty number 7 against Williamsburg. Turns 2nd and 3 into 2nd and 8.
Well, the way things are going, they're just going to add more yards to their offensive drive by going backwards, and we just have to find a way to take advantage of the balls in the air, floating like that, or on the ground here, because, again, our backs are against the wall, and they're knocking on the door with still 9 minutes left in the second quarter.
2nd and 8 from the 10. Holt again, and he runs to the left side, tumbles into the end zone, touchdown Williamsburg. 10-yard touchdown run by Holt. His 3rd of the game. And, Brad, we saw them on film pretty much dominate through the air. They've really just been keeping it on the ground and have been pounding it out here against the Mustangs.
They have the ability to do both. In these conditions, it's footing is questionable, so you're most secure when your ball is in the hands of your most secure running back. And, man, he's taken advantage of it tonight.
The extra point by Maravets is good. 9:05 left to go in the second quarter. Williamsburg now up 27-0 over Davis County. And we will be back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Six plays, 65 yards was the drive for Williamsburg, ending with a 10-yard touchdown run by Riley Holt. Beg your pardon, that was a 5-play drive. Riley Holt with 3 touchdown runs to go along with the touchdown run by Carson Hudipole. And they have a 27-0 lead over Davis County with 9:05 remaining in the first quarter. A battle of a pair of 2-0 teams. And Williamsburg looking every bit the part of the number 2 team in 2A here in Iowa. Low line drive kick. Comes down to Glosser at the 13. Running up the middle, spins away from a tackle, and brought to the turf at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Glosser took a pretty good shot there as he was trying to spin out of that tackle, and it wasn't intentional, but helmet to helmet as the play was kind of finishing. Glosser was going down. Williamsburg guy was sliding out. I'm not sure if it's his shoulder or his helmet, but I saw a big collision as he was going to the ground. Let's hope it's nothing too serious here for Glosser.
Yeah, Glosser on his back as the trainers come out to take a look at him. It's been a rainy, foggy day. It's one of those days, Brad, where it's not quite the persistent rain. It's that mist, that persistent mist that just falls and never lets up. Although I will say the field's been clearing up here recently.
Yeah, it has. I guess that's the only news we have to report about the weather is that it looks like it may be lifting just a bit.
Yeah.
You know, the visibility is improving. The lights are coming through.
I don't know if I'm getting used to the fog or if it's lifting.
I can definitely see better, so it just may be the impact of the light shining through. But, you know, from a football standpoint, you know, here's where you really have to see what kind of leaders we have from the Mustangs. Are we going to be able to hold it together and start focusing on our individual assignments and just take it one play at a time? This is a big hole to climb out of against any team, let alone the number 2 team in the state. So at this point, you're just talking about each play, doing your assignment, doing it better than the guy across from you. I've mentioned it last year, and I'll mention it again, that's really what football comes down to, those individual matchups, every play. And, you know, here the W is looking more and more bleak, so you just focus on your individual W from play to play to play.
Mater leads the offense back out. McCall is the running back behind Mater, who is in the pistol. 3 receivers to the right with 1 to the left. 1st and 10 from the Davis County 27. Mater to the throw. A blitzer comes free, and down he goes at the 15-yard line for a loss of 12. Looked like a delayed blitz by Williamsburg.
And I'm not sure that play was developing the way it was drawn up. It didn't seem to me that Mater was looking for what he was anticipating as that play. So that may have been a broken play on top of a good blitz call and a good execution out of the Williamsburg defense.
So Weldon, who serves as a quarterback, brought down his counterpart on first down. It's a loss of 11 back to the 16-yard line. So 2nd and 21 from the 16. Trips to the left with one to the right. Mater once again wants to throw. Rolls to his right. Looking for a receiver. Now will tuck it in and run. 15, 20, up the far sideline and knocked out of bounds around the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 11 for Carson Mater.
Yeah, and our chain crew took the brunt of that one over there as Mater was kind of scampering out of bounds. One of our chain crew members got leveled. And I'm hoping it's one of the young kids that can take that kind of leveling.
Right.
Last week we had some middle school kids or 8th grade boys that are helping with the chain crew. I'm hoping it was one of them and not their dad. But regardless, a big pop, an unfortunate receiver by our chain crew there.
3rd and 13 from the 27. Make that the 24. Zittler lines up to the left. Glosser's back in the game. That's a good sign. He is in the middle of a bunch formation to the right. Mater to throw. Quick pass to the far sideline. Incomplete.
And Williamsburg has adjusted their defense to respond to our athleticism. They're starting to put an additional layer of defense on top of our receivers. So I don't know if they're like a cover 4 or cover 2 where you have some additional help over top. Earlier it was either straight zone where it essentially becomes man-to-man after about 7 or 8 yards in your own zone. Well, now they've responded and they've put some additional layers over top to help stop really our only threat right now, which is the deep pass, and even that right now not clicking.
Easton White was the intended receiver on that pass to the sideline. Punt team out for Davis County on 4th and 13 from the 24. A low snap. Glosser's able to grab it and get the punt away. It's fumbled, but picked up and bringing it back up the field. That was Caden Grip on the return for Williamsburg, and he's brought down at the Davis County 38.
A touchdown-saving tackle there by sophomore, number 72, Luke Farley. Yeah, again, a potential turnover opportunity for us. That ball's scrambling around. A good job by the Williamsburg guy to not just fall on it, but pick it up and gain a lot of positive yards afterwards, and a touchdown-saving tackle by Luke Farley.
1st and 10 for Williamsburg at the Davis County 37. 7:38 remaining in the second quarter. Whistle and a timeout called by Davis County, their final timeout here in the first half. We'll step away for 30 seconds and be back for second quarter action from here at Mustang Stadium on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Everything good, but it ain't sweet, no.
It has been all Williamsburg in this Week 3 matchup versus Davis County. Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. Els Kojo, Brad McCloskey, as well as our on-site producer Parker Stevens here with you as we're streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page as well. Hope you're dry wherever you are as you're taking this game. 1st and 10 from the 37. Play action. Weldon throwing over the middle and incomplete. He tried to find, trying to catch a number as the mud has pretty much obscured everybody's numbers at this point.
All the colors are blending into one solid color of mud. Looked like number 14, was it? 13.
13, Jake Weber.
Okay, number 13. Nearly pulled that one in. Good job by the back official to be right on top of that and see that it skipped in there for an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10 from the 37 with 7:34 remaining in the second quarter. They gave us a Hudipole, tried to leap over, I think it was your man Hoyt there, Brad.
That looked like number 52 to me.
I thought that was 32.
Oh, maybe it was.
Yeah.
Mr. Eagle Eye over there. Good job.
Not a problem. Hudepohl with a 5-yard gain. That was just his second carry of the game. His first carry went for 77 yards and a touchdown. 3rd and 4 from the 33. Hudepohl with a handoff again.
Ball's on
the ball. And I think Davis County has it at the 31. They do. Hudepohl fumbles. Recovery made by Gloucester of Davis County.
And here's our opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, we had an opportunity earlier with an interception when they were knocking on the door again. Weren't able to do anything with it there. You start clawing back into this thing, you know, with our athletes. Anything can happen. We just got to take it one play at a time and you know, put a good drive together here with just under 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
6:59 to be exact. Davis County takes over after the Williamsburg fumble. 1st and 10 from their own 31. They trail 27-0. Mater with a handoff to McCall, and he gets swallowed up by the Williamsburg defense. A loss of 1 back to the 30.
Just got to keep that energy and that enthusiasm. You know, when they have that big turnover, you have that momentum shift. You have to keep that going. And we're just kind of flat right now. You're kind of shell-shocked a little bit. Again, this is a well-established program. They've been established for the last few years. Again, made it to the Dome last year, beat 2 solid teams in Benton Community last week and then Solon week 1. So opportunity here. Got to take advantage of it.
On 2nd and 11 from the 30, Mater with a quick pass over the middle. It's reeled in by Smith, and he gets tackled immediately at the 35. A gain of 5. And 3rd down coming up for Davis County.
The middle of our field is just soggy. I mean, every time you see somebody go down, you see a splash like they're playing in a couple inches of water. Well, we've had, I don't know how many inches of rain this week, but it's been a constant rain for the last 3-4 days, and our field is feeling it tonight.
3rd and 7 from the 34. Davis County needs to get the ball to the 41 to get the first. White, Gloucester, and Smith are to the left. Zittler is to the right. Mater looking left, throws it to Smith, juggled and incomplete. That was a late pass to Smith. Looked like they set up a screen in that 3 wide receiver grouping with Smith to catch it, but Smith couldn't handle it. It's an incomplete.
2 defenders barreling down on him. It looked like number 5, Caden Grip, and number 10, Levi Weldon. Who were fortunate at that time were looking to make the tackle because the ball was up in the air after the big initial hit, kind of bouncing around in the air. That one found the turf, and now we get to punt.
So Davis County, despite winning the turnover battle, they haven't been able to take advantage of the 2 Williamsburg turnovers. Gloucester set to kick it away. Nice spiral. Driving Grip back to the 27. Dancing at the 30, and nice ankle tackle. That was I believe that was Cohen Piper that made the tackle.
That was excellent by him to break his hips down, keep his footing. Actually played through a block to make that tackle. Really nice open field tackle, good athletic tackle. And again, our athletes are as good of athletes as those guys are. And I'll give a good shout out again to our offensive line the last series. They gave Mater time. The conditions are really, really tough to play in right now. And it's hard to keep your footing as an athlete to try to make a play.
One team can move the ball on the ground. Davis County has demonstrated that over the year, but today they can't get their ground game untracked. Now a handoff is to, I believe that looks like it's Riley Holt, and he gets taken down at the 33, perhaps the 34. We'll see where they spot it. It's marked at the 33, so gain of 2. And 2nd and 8 coming up for Williamsburg with 5:25 remaining until halftime.
I'm going to give some credit to Easton White on that play because he took that receiver's block head on, actually pushed the receiver right back into the play. I don't know if he made the tackle or was in on it after that block, but a good job by him at the corner position.
A fullback dive, and near the first down marker is Gable Dayton. He is tackled at the 40 for a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd and 1 coming up for Williamsburg. On 3rd and 1, Holt easily gets the first down.
Actually, it looks like they must have given him first down on the last play because I see a first and 10
You're right.
over there. That kind of caught me off guard as well, so
Yeah.
they didn't even measure. They just went ahead and gave it to him, and that was a first down play for short yardage. And I'm still seeing guys battling out there. You know, like I said, the play before, Easton White made a really good play. He came up. So there's no quit in our boys. It just comes down to each play, matchup by matchup by matchup. Can we win more matchups than they can? Here's a trap play.
Yep, and taking it to about the 49 for Williamsburg as we wait for them to pile.
So just a quick hitter out of the fullback position. Is that number 9?
Yeah, that was Gable Dayton.
Yeah, out of the fullback position. So just a quick handoff trap to him, and got a good positive gain out of it.
6 yards. Yeah, 6 yards for Dayton, and we'll call it 3rd and 2 coming up for Williamsburg. Under 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Williamsburg 27, Davis County nothing. 3rd and 2 from the 49.
Ball's on the ground.
Snap. And grabbing it is Walden, and he gets
ball's on the ground again.
Looks like he might have fumbled again, but I believe he recovered it at the 44-yard line. Rarely do you see 2 fumbles in one play. And Weldon taking out the 44 for a loss of 5. And 4th down coming up, and for the first time tonight, Williamsburg will punt.
Yeah, nice job by our defense there. We needed to step up and keep them from putting a drive together. We did just that. So some positive takeaways, again, that coaches can point out at halftime. And, again, just got to keep grinding, especially in those trenches, and see what we can do with it. There's still 3 minutes left in the half.
There's the kick. End over end. And it gets muffed and recovered by Williamsburg. Oh, goodness.
That was a mental mistake there.
Yeah, that was Cohen Piper that tried to slide and grab it instead of just letting it go. And the second turnover by Davis County gives Williamsburg a 1st and 10 at the Davis County 32-yard line.
And I appreciate what Coach Murdoch's doing here. He's got a sophomore back there on the return. He didn't yell and scream and chew him for coming over the sideline. You know, Cohen knew he made a mistake. Coach is putting his arm around him right now, taking that coachable moment, talking about what he did so that when he counters it next time, he doesn't make that same mistake. Good job of coaching by head coach Scott Murdoch.
1st and 10 from the 28, play action. Weldon running to the far side, stiff arms a man. That was Townsend that he stiff armed to the ground, and he has a 1st down across inside the 15 to about the 12, perhaps the 11.
Impressive athletic play there. Not only the finesse of the stiff arm, but then did you see how he finished the play? He put his shoulder down and just brought the lumber to our defender there. A good collision over there on the sideline and a good run by the quarterback for Williamsburg on that play.
16-yard gain by Weldon, and under 3 minutes left to go as Williamsburg looks to add to their lead before halftime. Carried by Hudepold inside the 10 to the 7-yard line, a gain of 5 on 1st and 10.
Hudepold on the carry for Williamsburg. 5-yard pickup, tackle made by Smith for the Mustangs.
Second and 5 from the 6. Hudepold is dotting the I behind Weldon. Play action, Weldon looking to the far side of the end zone. Pass is tipped and incomplete.
You can tell he's having a hard time holding on to the ball, so I'm kind of surprised to see a pass there when you don't really need it in that spot. You know, he's holding it almost like a loaf of bread, I'd say. You know, like he's delivering something, and it must be just extremely slimy, and I can only imagine what it's like if it's even half as bad as what our field looks like right now on that end.
Good play by Townsend in the end zone. He was in a hand fight with Williamsburg's top receiver, John Steinmetz. 3rd and 5 from the 6, 2:10 remaining until halftime. Quarterback run and waltzing into the end zone is Levi Weldon to add to Williamsburg lead. 6-yard touchdown, and the first touchdown scored by Williamsburg's quarterback.
it's really, really hard to, play, when you lose a lot of your energy and a lot of momentum on a big turn of events like that, when you have a turnover on special teams and, a team that is well established, can just run the football, and it has surprised me here with how well they're keeping their footing and playing in tough conditions. Good job by them and good offense.
Maravets tacks on the extra point.
Extra point by Maravets is good.
2:04 left in the second quarter. It is 34-0, Williamsburg over Davis County. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Davis County had Williamsburg stopped, and they forced a punt. However, a muff punt gave Williamsburg the ball at the Davis County 33, and they were able to take advantage, capping off the drive with a 6-yard touchdown run by Levi Weldon. Extra point good, and our score now is 34-0 in favor of Williamsburg in a battle of a pair of 2-0 teams here in Week 3. Maravets runs up and kicks it away. A low squibber bouncing, and Townsend just falls on it at the 27-yard line.
Dawson Townsend covers up the kickoff at the 28-yard line.
I have unfortunately been in these positions both as a coach and as a player, and again, as a coach, it's when you have the opportunity to get into halftime here in about 2 minutes and give them a little bit of perspective. This season more than ever, we know that it's fragile, right? So even though we're down, you have the opportunity to play. And it's a special game. It's a fun game. It's Friday night. It's never fun to be down this much, but they're young kids. This is what they live for and play for. And, again, the message is from coaches at halftime, it would be for me at least, have fun, right? Go out and have fun. Win's probably not going to happen tonight. Go out and have some fun. Take advantage of the opportunity we're given and go play some football.
Mater to throw on 1st and 10. Tunnel screen set up to Glosser on the left side, and he maybe got a yard to the 29. Just good pursuit by the defense of Williamsburg. Grip making the tackle on Glosser after just a 1-yard gain. That's the first catch, incidentally, by Glosser.
At this point, you're just trying to get the ball again in playmakers' hands to see if they can do something with it here, ticking down about 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the half, doing whatever you can to try to get your playmakers to make plays.
Flags fly. Offside against Williamsburg.
They're racking up quite a few of those.
That is their 8th penalty of the half, Brad.
Good discipline out of our offensive line. Again, you're tired. You're probably not as mentally focused as you were early in the game because you're down big, but good job by them to execute and focus.
Second and 4 from the 34 of Davis County. Mater on a quarterback draw. Running up the middle. Good yardage at the 35, the 40. Into Williamsburg territory. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Carson Mater. A 66-yard scamper by Mater, and Davis County is on the board.
I love the play call there. I said it early, we have athletes. There's no doubt about it. And, again, I'm not going to take anything away from our offense or defensive line play. They have been playing disciplined at times and been very sound, given good pockets there. Again, an athlete against an athlete, he had to make a play. He made a good cut move, showed the speed, which I knew he had. I'd love to see more of that. When we get our athletes in space, they can make plays. So good job, good play call, good execution by the Mustangs there.
You just like to see enthusiasm.
Yeah,
and you saw plenty of enthusiasm after Mater was able to take that 66 yards to the house.
Sure, and we're doing some good things, right? We've had a couple turnovers go our way. We've had the ball bounce our way a couple times. It's going to continue to do that.
Carson Zittler will kick his first extra point. A high arcing kick that splits the sticks.
By Zittler is good. Scores,
51 seconds remaining until halftime. We'll keep it here. It's 34-7 as Davis County strikes right before the half. A 66-yard run by Carson Mater.
And that actually is big for a couple reasons, because in Iowa football, second half, once you're down 35 to nothing, or you have a 35-point differential, you have a running clock. So not only does that extend the game and give our guys more opportunities, but it gets you that momentum that you just described, right? It gets you a little bit of good feeling going. We've had some good plays. We've done some nice things. We now have the ability, and we've seen from one of our leaders, the quarterback, make a play. That just kind of gives you those feelings like, hey, we can do this. So when our guys have the opportunity to make plays, they're making plays, we can too.
And a couple of points that you made. Number one, as Pekin and Cardinal have shown us, just because there are some positive cases of COVID-19 with both of them, this could be taken away from you in an instant, so enjoy it while you're
Exactly.
here.
So Cardinal's not playing tonight?
Right.
Okay, see, I did not know that. I had heard
Pekin's
Pekin
playing Cardinal.
Okay, so yes, right, I got you. Yeah, so Pekin's not able to play. Exactly right. So I hope, and I know from our coaches they do, because they get it. They're experienced coaches. It's not all about wins and losses. It's about pride. We want to be like this Williamsburg team in their kind of program, and it starts with pride in yourselves and the never quit attitude.
51 seconds remain in the first half, and Gloucester kicks it away. A spinner that comes down at the far side at the 25. Running to the near side, that's Grip at the 35, the 40, bouncing off a couple tacklers. Flag is down, and Cohen went for a bit of a ride, but finally brought him down by the back of his jersey at the 45-yard line. I give Cohen credit. He's not the biggest guy out there, but he'll stick his nose in there, and he'll get his hands on you. And he managed to ride down Grip. But a flag is down, and holding is the call against Williamsburg.
That's what I appreciate about our kids, and that's credit to our coaching staff too, and just our community in general, is that they're going to keep fighting. They're going to keep clawing. Cohen had a mental error on the punt return the series before. Some kids young kids especially, would hang their head, kind of maybe not give 100% effort. Not our kids, and not Cohen. And good job by him. And another penalty by the Williamsburg. So they're marching back a little bit here inside a minute in the first half.
Davis County will get the ball first to begin the second half. Weldon in the shotgun. Pass is incomplete. Nope. Oh, I thought they might call that a backward pass, as it was thrown to the far side. Dayton was the intended receiver. Beg your pardon, that was Julius the intended receiver.
Still interesting to me that they're putting the ball in the air, where that seems to be the most vulnerable place right now for the ball to be, because that quarterback cannot get a grip on it.
It was a backwards pass.
Okay.
Because Julius went down to a knee to when he grabbed the ball. They said he was down.
Okay.
So that counts as, let's see. Line of scrimmage is the 20. Well, we'll figure it out later. In the meantime, another handoff. And across the 25 to the 27. Trying to see if that's Hudipole or
6-yard gain.
Yeah, it's Holt. So Holt carries it for 6.
Do you anticipate another play here out of them? It's 15 seconds left. You think they're going to try to get one off before the half?
Oh, yeah. They're scrambling to the line.
Yes, they are.
10 seconds remaining in the half. Weldon hands it off to Holt, who juggled it in the backfield, but managed to grab it finally and gets taken down at the 40-yard line. A late flag comes in as the first half comes to an end. This may be a face mask against Davis County. We'll have to check. But Davis County's running off the field, so apparently it's holding against Williamsburg, and that will
and they
be
declined
the
it,
half.
so otherwise you can't end it on a penalty, but they declined it, so they can't end it.
So that is the half, and a positive turn of events at the end of the half, but otherwise it's been a dominating performance by Williamsburg as they lead Davis County 34-7 at the break. We'll take a 4-minute timeout. When we come back, Brad and I will go over the first half stats and just talk about different aspects of this game that we've observed so far. And you're watching and listening to Davis County football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. Whatever project you're working on, we have what you need. From shingles, new windows, siding, plumbing, or even nice new Milwaukee power tool. If we don't have it, we can order it. And if you need professional advice on a project, we're always happy to help. While you're here, check out our Makerspace building. Make plans to stop out every month on second Saturday for lots of vendors on hand. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
First Iowa State Bank takes pride in this place we call home, and we strive to show our community support. The faces you see when visiting our branches are the faces you see across the table when discussing community projects, eating lunch in a local restaurant, or on the bleachers supporting our students. The way we serve looks different today. We are still working behind the scenes to support and care for our communities. We are eager to move forward with you and once again embrace all the things that make this place so special. First Iowa State Bank, proud to be your partners today, tomorrow, together. Member FDIC.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
First Iowa State Bank takes pride in this place we call home, and we strive to show our community support. The faces you see when visiting our branches are the faces you see across the table when discussing community projects, eating lunch in a local restaurant, or on the bleachers supporting our students. The way we serve looks different today. We are still working behind the scenes to support and care for our communities. We are eager to move forward with you and once again embrace all the things that make this place so special. First Iowa State Bank, proud to be your partners today, tomorrow, together. Member FDIC.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road.
Yes, the great outdoors is wide open. So why not make the most of it? Expand your family's freedom with the off-road's best. Like the only built-in GPS that doesn't require a cell connection. And group tracking that lets you spread out and stay together. Upgrade your ride for as little as $5 a day. Polaris. Think outside.
Stop into Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
This is Chris Merle at Hamilton Produce. We have what you need to keep everything on your farm or in the shop in working order, including a full line of cattle chutes and calving equipment. We are also your best source for the most competitive prices on LP gas. Check out our full line of Carhartt clothing and dry shod boots. And did we mention we now carry Orca coolers as well? Hamilton Produce, your one-stop shop for all your farm and hardware needs. Just off the square in Bloomfield or on the old Brick Plant Road in Ottumwa.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I ain't choose the gang trophy. I'm a champion, I need some trophy. I can try to
Four to 7 is our score as we welcome you back to soggy Mustang Stadium. Although conditions have cleared up, Brad, you're a bit of a weatherman. You knew what was going to happen. You said the front was coming and that the fog that we saw in the first half would eventually start lifting, and we see a relatively clear field with the exception of steady mist that's been falling since the kickoff.
I like to pretend to be a weatherman, Ellis. My wife would argue with you there that I act like I know more than I do, but maybe I got lucky. But no, you see the wind picking up a little bit. You can see the fog and the clouds moving through the light, so the wind's definitely picking up. I can feel a little bit of a breeze in here. So, yeah, I appreciate the compliment, but my wife would disagree with you.
Well, our wives pretty much exist to make sure we don't get too big of a head, maybe knock us down a peg or two when we need to be knocked down.
Yes, she's my wife is not even 5 foot, but she is a good woman when it comes to knocking me down pegs. So shout out to her.
All right. Well, she has good reach, I guess. 34-7, Williamsburg leads. And honestly, it really started from the opening kickoff where Williamsburg won the toss, elected to receive. And we talked about right before the game, we talked about the bad tackling at the beginning of the game in Albia last week. It reared its head again as first touch of the game. Riley Holt goes 63 yards for a touchdown, and that bad tackling or poor tackling was just emblematic throughout the whole first half.
And a different caliber of running back too. I mean, you had a combination of, soft tackling, we'll say, just tentative tackling, and good offensive play out of the running backs. I mean, they're just talented. They've been there. They've got a lot of experience, and they are not going to be brought down by arm tackles.
Davis County went 3-and-out on their first possession. Actually, they got a first down, and then they had to punt. Williamsburg went right back down the field again. However, Caden Glosser picked off the quarterback Levi Helton in the end zone, and it was still 6-0. And you thought, okay, Davis County might have a chance here because that was a nice play by Glosser in the end zone.
It was, and that's what we need. We need more guys stepping up and taking advantage of opportunities. This is a really, really tough game. It was a tough game on just paper alone, and now when you have this kind of hole, a really tough game. But again, it's about guys making plays when they have opportunities to make plays and winning those individual battles, and he won that one there.
Davis County got the ball back, and unfortunately for them, they had to punt after they couldn't quite take advantage of that interception. Williamsburg went on another long drive, and this time they got it down to the 1-yard line. Riley Holt with his second touchdown run of the game, and after the extra point, it was 13-0. But then Davis County went on probably their longest drive of the game, and they started at their own 33. They were aided by a number of offside penalties. I believe 3 on that drive. There was a pass interference call there as well. Managed to get as far as the Williamsburg 15 before disaster struck, and a fumble on 4th down. Kind of like it was 4th and 5 from the 15. You kind of knew that Davis County wasn't going to try to run the ball or try to kick a field goal given their special team situation now. And it was just an unfortunate snap. Mater couldn't handle it. It turned into a turnover. So just talk about that drive that they had, and it's just they seem so close to be able to, I wouldn't say beat Williamsburg, but be competitive in this game. But just, bad plays at certain times really short-circuited their efforts.
Yes, that 4th down play didn't get started on all cylinders to begin with, so it likely would have been a turnover on downs because it just, from the snap, wasn't quite in rhythm. So although it's going to go down on paper as a turnover due to a fumble, it would have been a turnover on downs. It just didn't have the development that it needed to, be crisp against this kind of defense. Early, after that interception by Glosser, we were still battling field position. He did a nice job of taking the knee or sliding in the end zone to bring the ball out to the 20. But we just weren't able to dig out of that field position hole that we were in, and they took advantage of it. However, as you mentioned, we put a good drive together, had good focus, a couple turnovers penalties by them, but credit to our offensive line for being disciplined on some of those hard counts that drew them offside. So a good drive, but not the result we were looking for after the opportunity.
So it was 13-0 after the Davis County they turned it over. They would have turned it over on downs anyway. And then probably the turning point of the game, because Davis County was only down 13-0. Very next play, Carson Hudipole goes 77 yards for a touchdown the other way. And you've been on the sideline when that's happened before. How deflating is that?
Very. It really is, because you just had some good momentum going, some just good positive feelings on a good drive, and then they're a solid football team, and again, questionable tackling. I'm still really impressed by their ability. Again, they're experienced. They've played in, I'm sure bad fields before. Not every field in the state's field turf like they have, but good job by them to just keep their footing and make athletic plays in space. Something that I wasn't sure how well they'd be able to do because our field is in rough shape as we predicted it would be.
Yeah, it's they. I remember, I think it was about 2 years ago. There was a day like this where it was just a torrential downpour, but the field held up wonderfully because they were able to grow the field long. We had a drought or a borderline drought before then, so the field didn't have a chance to grow, and so all the saturation, all that water is just sitting there, and it's creating this muddy track that you see today.
It definitely is. So in between the hashes, it's just really chewed up in a few places where the ball has been for the majority of the game. So no discredit to anybody. There's nothing you could have done to prepare the field any more than we did. We just had a ton of rain this week right after a drought, so the roots probably weren't all that healthy when the grass goes dormant from those drought conditions. So just a perfect mix for muddy conditions.
Davis County went 3 and out, and then Riley Holt added a third touchdown run. 10 yards out this time, and after the extra point, it was 27-0, and that was at the beginning of the second quarter. Another 3 and out by Davis County, but then a fumble by Williamsburg. So again, Davis County was able to force a turnover, but they could not quite take advantage, and they went 3 and out again. This time, Williamsburg was able to go on a drive after starting at their own 31, and this time the quarterback, Levi Weldon, runs it in from 6 yards out to make it 34-0. At this point, there was only about a minute or so left in the half, and you felt, okay, Davis County got the ball back. And then Carson Mader, who you said is a great athlete, and I wholeheartedly agree with you. You'd like to see him run the ball a bit more. Well, he took off on a quarterback draw. 66 yards later, Davis County's on the board.
Nice play design, because they had him kind of spread out, so they were a little bit thin in the linebacker position because they had to walk out with some of our receivers. They were anticipating passing in that situation, which we've shown most of that game. So good play call, good execution, and Carson, he's a track guy. I've been watching him since he was younger in middle school, run hurdles and run on the track, and just has a really nice stride. Athletic kid, so good play by him and a good play design.
So that's our score, 34-7. Davis County got on the board. And just talk about the importance of keeping that deficit under 35 because, let's be honest, them coming back will bar a miraculous effort in the second half. But I think the more reps that you get against a team like a team of the caliber of Williamsburg, I think that can only serve you well moving forward this season.
Agreed. This is what we've been building for. You want to be, the Williamsburg of Iowa, right? You want to be that type of team, and the more you get to see what it looks like, for our guys, they love football. And again, what a tremendous opportunity for young guys to go out and play. It's a great sport where you learn far more from losses oftentimes than you do wins because you learn lessons and life lessons and never giving up, never quitting, sticking by your teammates and sticking to your assignment on every single play. So a lot of lessons that I know our coaching staff is going to provide our guys. So again, when the clock's not running, you have more opportunities to learn those little lessons. I mentioned it, first half when we had a mental error by the punt returner and Cohen Piper. Again, young kid, those mistakes are going to happen.
Sure.
Our coaches, I've seen other coaches and other coaching staffs around the state when those types of plays happen. You see them get really escalated and start chewing and just start yelling and screaming. You didn't see that out of our coaches. They took that opportunity to coach him up, teach him a lesson, talk about what he did wrong and take that coachable moment and build the kid up as opposed to tearing him down. So a lot of lessons to be learned, even in a loss like this, when you're down, not saying it's going to be a loss, but when you're down like this, to just learn life lessons and learn lessons in football.
This is an important game for Davis. Not an important game, but an important half for Davis County. They'll embark on a 2-game trip after this. They'll be in Central Lee next week. They'll be in West Burlington, Notre Dame the week after. So I think it's vital that they continue to just stay positive and continue to just take it play by play. And given the enthusiasm that we saw after Mader's touchdown run, I think I still like their mindset.
Yeah, we're a solid team, and we're just outmatched, right? This team is a different caliber of team in the state of Iowa. It's as you get closer to that Iowa City area, you have that Iowa Hawkeye influence, and Williamsburg definitely has that. They're about 40, 45 miles from Iowa City. They have a tremendous history and You know, they have, let's face it, they have some really quality resources too, and quality facilities up there. So again, a different caliber of football, but that we aspire to be, and we can be. And these guys that have been building, again, that are juniors now, that are kind of our leaders, are seeing this, and that's who they want to be. So there's no quitting our guys. We're going to continue to play. We have some guys that are banged up. They're going to continue to get healthy. Much better matchup next week against Central Lee and the following week against West Burlington. That's my alma mater, actually. That's where I went to high school.
Okay.
So we'll get to see Bill Nelson Field. And as the rain starts to come down, we have another ingredient added to the game tonight. So I haven't checked the radar, but the weatherman in me says it's raining.
Yeah. Yeah, those raindrops falling down, that's pretty much a dead indicator, as the rain has most definitely intensified here at Mustang Stadium. Let's take a 1-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll have second half action between Williamsburg and Davis County from here at Mustang Stadium on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Do you need a fence built? Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield and save yourself some blood, sweat, and tears. Skylar can build whatever kind of fence you need, from barbed wire, woven, continuous, and custom welding. Check out the Hopkins Fencing Facebook page for lots of pictures of the quality fencing jobs he has done. Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield today to get on his fall building list, as it will fill up fast. You can find his number on Facebook or call 641-208-6310.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Alex Maravets has the ball teed up, ready to kick the ball away to Tatum Bish and Kaden Glosser of Davis County. 34-7 is our score. Williamsburg in front of Davis County. Williamsburg ranked number 2 in the state in the battle of a pair of 2-0 teams here in Week 3. Williamsburg looking every bit the part of one of the best teams in 2A in the state of Iowa. Here's the kick by Maravets. Low line drive. Bish tried to make a jumping catch at the 15, fumbled it momentarily, now picks it up, running to the near side at the 15, switches field, reverses field, and gets upended right around the 15-yard line. So all of that running by Tatum Bish, and
he took the brunt of that one there.
Yeah. He took a pretty good blow to his midsection.
Yeah, I'm hoping
he still
just
down.
Got the wind knocked out of him, maybe, because the tackler really just put his shoulder right in the midsection of him, kind of upended him, and I don't know, would you call that kind of like a pile drive almost tackle. He is in some pain wherever he got hit.
Rain falling here in the second half. It was a steady mist in the first half, but now it is most definitely intensified. But our chief meteorologist, Brad McCloskey, said that this should be not a very long-lasting intensified rain, but we'll see about that.
Oh, it's going to happen, Ellis.
So we wait for Tatum Bish and see the status of him, as he is still lying on the ground. And I think you're right, Brad. He just got the wind knocked out of him. He's already being held to his feet, and he is coming back to the sideline, although he is limping as he makes his way to the Davis County bench.
Yeah, he may have taken it right like in the quad area, the shoulder pad or the helmet to the quad. Even when you have that thigh pad on, sure doesn't feel very good. And that's what it looks like to me. Maybe he got a Charlie horse in his right leg, something that he can work out on the sideline. But, a good decision by him. I mean, he was trying to reverse field. He had nothing going on our side of the field, as we called it. Just ran into a really, really solid tackler on that far side of the field and took it to him.
First and 10 for Davis County from their own 15, trailing 34-7. Give them a call. Got hit in the backfield. However, he stayed on his feet somehow, and Holt was able to tackle him at the 17-yard line, so he was able to get 2 yards out of it.
2-yard pickup from McCall.
Williamsburg not letting off the gas on the blitzing linebackers on that one. So that one, fortunate to get off the handoff. I guess Mater was handing the ball off to McCall there. Fortunate to get that one off because they did have a blitzing linebacker that could have just taken the ball right out of his hands.
Mater borrowing the towel from the umpire to wipe his hands. Now he tucks it into his pants on 2nd and 8 from the 17. Jumping by Williamsburg, and another offside penalty against Williamsburg. That was the nose tackle, Owen Douglas. And the old adage, you're right across from the ball, there's no excuse why you should be jumping offside. I think that applies there.
Yeah, and I'm sure the coaches are not happy. He's a sophomore.
Yeah.
Looks like to me, yep, on paper he's a sophomore, so he's making some mental errors. But, yeah, watch the ball. It's right across your nose.
2nd and 3 from the 22. Pass to the near side, caught by Smith, turning it up the field. And he's brought down at the near numbers at the 29-yard line. And Levi Weldon making the stop, and it's a first down for Davis County after a gain of 8.
And by this point in the game, those footballs leather when it gets wet like that. I mean, I can't even describe how slimy they are by this point in the game. There's nothing you can really do, no amount of toweling that's going to make them not slimy. So you can just see every time Mater tries to go through the ball, or the quarterback on the Williamsburg side, same thing. It's just like holding a pile of putty trying to get that ball off.
5 wide receivers out, a quarterback draw for Carson Mater, and he gets stacked up as he carries it past the 30 to about the 32 for a gain of 3. So Mater had a 66-yard touchdown run the first time he touched the ball, or back in the first half. 2-yard run makes it 2nd and 8 at the Davis County 31. Clock moving, 10-10 remaining in the third quarter. Williamsburg 34, Davis County 7. This is a battle of a pair of 2-0 teams. 2 wide receivers to each side on 2nd and 8. Mater is in the pistol with McCall lined up behind him. Mater to throw, quick pass near side, caught by Zittler. Looked like a bit of a bubble screen, and he gets driven back after his forward progress is stopped just short of the 35-yard line. A gain of, we'll call it 2, and it'll be 2nd and 4. I beg your pardon, 3rd and 4 coming up.
And as forecasted, the rain has let up here at Mustang Field.
You got that. That is some magic that you weave there, sir.
Thank goodness for that radar.
3rd down for Davis County. As Mater looks to the sideline, White and Smith are the wide receivers to the left. Glosser and Lynch are wide to the right. Pass to the near numbers. Pass is incomplete. Double coverage on Glosser, as that was both Dorman as well as Hudipole that had Glosser covered. So double coverage on Glosser, incomplete pass, and 4th down coming up for Davis County.
Yeah, and about as good of a ball as you could throw with these conditions by Mater. Put it right on the spot, but step for step with him was number 24. How'd you pronounce his name? Hudipole.
Yeah.
So nice job by him on defense, going step for step with Glosser, making a good defensive play.
Hudipole goes back to receive this kick from Glosser. A low snap. Glosser grabs it, and he'll get tackled in the backfield. That was a snap that bounced to him, and he gets gang tackled at the 26-yard line. So Davis County turns it over on downs after that bad snap on the punt, and Williamsburg has themselves a short field.
I would expect soon to start seeing some additional Williamsburg players get in here. Maybe once they, if they put one in the end zone, we might start seeing some different players. As of right now, it looks like the starters are on the field.
Handoff is to, looks like that's Riley Holt getting inside the 25 to the 23. A gain of 3 for Riley Holt.
I'm not a video gamer, but what's the key that is spins? Because, man, he has that spin move down.
If it's a PlayStation, it's the O button.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a spin button.
Well, he's got it down. He's spinning out there, and he spun his way to 3 yards from what looked like no gain.
Hudipole now is the running back. Davis County almost jumped offside, but that was McCall.
McCall, yep,
yeah,
from the D-line position.
Yeah, he's usually a linebacker, but he's lined up now on the D-line. Long count by Weldon. Pass over the middle. It's caught. Egan Hyrenson makes his first catch at the 10, and that's a gain of 13 and a first down for Williamsburg.
Again, that's just that kind of, I call it a hot route that they ran early in the game for that when Glosser picked it off. That's the same hot route, just a quick hitter from the tight end position, I believe, just a little seam route, 4 or 5 yard route, quick hitter, and a nice play design and good conversion for the Williamsburg inside the 10 on about the 9 yard line.
First and goal from the 9. Whistles, stop play. False start, Williamsburg.
Lots of penalties out of them tonight.
Yes, sir. That is penalty number 11 against Williamsburg. Line of scrimmage is, we'll call it the 14-yard line. First and goal from the 14. Handoff, Holt, running far side, looking for the pylon, touchdown. Was that Holt or?
It looked like 45.
Yeah, okay, that was Holt.
Yep,
okay.
Again, their jerseys are so blackened on the back by this point that it's hard to read the numbers. And earlier the quarterback really got put on his back, and he got up and he just looked like a mud ball. So, really hard to see the numbers. But he's got good vision. He plays the angles well. He sees where the pursuit's coming from and just adjusted his course to the pylon. And just a solid all-around running back. A fun player to watch.
Holt with his 4th touchdown run of the game. And Maravets to kick the extra point. Low snap, but the hold is down. And the extra point is no good. So the deficit is 33 with 7:51 remaining in the third quarter. 40-7, Williamsburg leads Davis County. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Everything good, but it ain't sweet, no.
A 10-yard, make that a 14-yard run by Riley Holt, his 4th of the game, has given Williamsburg a 40-7 lead over Davis County with 7:51 remaining in the third quarter. Williamsburg looking every bit the part of the number 2 team in Iowa as they look to go to 3-0. Davis County 2-0 in this game as well. However, they're on the business end of a 40-7 deficit. And there's the kick. Spinner comes down to Bish, who runs up and grabs it at the 25, and just manages to get across the 30-yard line before he's tackled by Holt, among others, from Williamsburg.
Yeah, they are moving with a full head of steam, too, on those kickoffs. So they are bringing some pretty good steam for those tackles, but a pretty decent return there to get the ball out over the 30-yard line despite all that steam because they are trucking.
Line of scrimmage is a 31-yard line for Davis County. They turned the ball over on downs after a bad snap on a punt attempt. Big formation with the 3 backs behind Mater, who was under center. He fumbled the snap, and Mater was able to get back on it at the 28-yard line. It's a loss of 3.
It's that unbalanced set that we saw early in the game and have seen the last 2 weeks. Again, you have a guard tackle to Mater's right, so trying to just play some power football and be safe with it. On that time, ball was on the ground.
I'll bring up second and a baker's dozen.
And you get to see the ball comes out how slimy it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it just gets just a extremely slimy consistency after this type of
leather. I mean, once leather gets wet, it's done.
It's impossible to handle, and you can just see that as a result of the point in the game we're in with these conditions.
Second and 13 from the 28. Play action. Mater keeps it, running to the far side, tackled in the backfield by a pair of Raiders. Leading the charge was Riley Holt. He has been everywhere today.
They're just very sound at taking their, first 2 steps. We're at this point in the game when you kind of been getting pounded on and getting tired. We're not taking as good or as sound of a first couple steps, which is, critical on the offensive and defensive line. Well, they're taking better first and second steps to beat us to those gaps, and they're firing on all cylinders defensively.
Doberman on this tackle as well. That was a loss of 8. 3rd and 21 for the Mustangs. Ball back at their own 20. Mater looking to throw. Fires far side, make that near side incomplete. Glosser was running step for step with Carson Hudipole, but
it's just impossible to get a grip on it. You can just tell Mater's frustrated.
Mater could not get a clean grip on that ball, and absolutely.
Even if you do get your hand on the laces, the ball is it's slimy and impossible to get a grip on. So that's why you see Williamsburg throwing a lot of those short passes where you can at least get it in the neighborhood of where your receiver's at. It's really hard at this point to even describe how that football feels and try to make a pass downfield accurately. It's almost impossible.
Timeout on the field with 6:18 remaining in the third quarter. We'll step away for 30 seconds and be back on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Your best choice for groceries is Brothers Market in Bloomfield, where they treat you like family. They are proud to offer Best Choice branded items. While you're here, check out the awesome selection in their meat department and make sure and find something for your sweet tooth in the bakery. Don't forget to check them out on Facebook or visit their website at shopbrothersmarket.com. Stop in and see them today at Brothers Market in Bloomfield, where they treat you like family.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
.618 remains in the third quarter. Williamsburg leading Davis County 40-7, and the Mustangs will have to punt this one away on 4th and 21 from their own 20. Hudipole and Grip back to receive the Glosser punt. Last time Davis County tried to punt, a bad snap forced Glosser to eat it, giving Williamsburg prime field position. Another bad snap. Glosser tried to get the punt away. It goes right into the arms of Riley Holt, who walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
I didn't catch the player, I believe it was 88 or 89, who actually tipped the ball, and it didn't have much of a chance to get off anyway, but got tipped. Number 11? Okay, thank you. Number 11.
So it was Brody Wardenberg.
Okay.
Who recovered it and took it in for the touchdown.
Oh, he did both? Somebody tipped it first.
No. Oh, yeah, Wardenberg tipped it. You're
okay,
right.
Somebody tipped it, and it went right into the hands of another player, and wow. Started by, again, it's hard to handle. It's hard for that long snapper in general when you got to snap and then block. When they have the ball with the sliminess and consistency of this, I do not envy him in that position. That's a tough snap to make and a tough one.
Extra point is good. 6:14 left to go in the third quarter, and it is a 47-7 game. Williamsburg now has stretched it out to a 40-point lead. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free, no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
.47-7 is the Williamsburg lead. 6:14 remaining in the third quarter. And we've been mentioning the conditions, especially as we've gone deeper into this game, Brad, and that really played a hand in the snap going over the head of Glosser. He couldn't quite get a clean grip on it to get a punt away. Ended up getting tipped and blocked right into the arms of Riley Holt, who was Johnny on the spot, and he ran right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and the previous punt opportunity for the Mustangs was kind of turned out the same way. Didn't turn out as disastrous as that one, but again, the ball is just in really, really rough shape after this type of game, these types of conditions.
Kick is away. And coming back with his Glosser at the 25 and gets submarined by Grip. He's been all over special teams for Williamsburg. And line of scrimmage will be the 26-yard line of Davis County.
And we will have running clocks now. The only time the clock stops, I believe, is like timeouts, injuries, or after a score, a change of possession type. After a score, I believe, is the only time it will stop. So running clocks here in the second half.
Yeah, we were kind of hoping that we wouldn't get into the running clock situation, so at least Davis County could get more reps against a team with the caliber of Williamsburg. But Davis County will have to make good for the time that they do have left on this field. Mater brings his offense back out. He has scored the only Davis County touchdown with a 66-yard touchdown run back in the first half. Coming into motion as Easton White taking the handoff is Gavin McCall running straight ahead, stops short of the 30.
McCall on the carry.
And making the stop for Williamsburg was Brady Werner.
3-yard pickup will bring up 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs.
So a 3-yard gain for McCall.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the third quarter, the concession stand over here behind the press box will be closing. Please make your way over for last selection. Thank you.
I think they just called last call here at the stadium. If you want refreshments, this is your last chance to get it. 2nd and 7 and a quarterback draw, and Mater is, well, he doesn't even get brought to the ground. The defense, Cale Fenton, among others, making the stop for Williamsburg. Looks like they brought in some of their twos spread.
Not a lot happening here right now for the Mustangs. You can just see where, this is hard. It's an awful position to be in. But, again, you're able to play football, so you have to just keep reiterating from the coaches, have pride. Do your assignment, take your good first step, make your blocks, and try to do something offensively here because you just can't afford to turn the ball back over the way that Williamsburg's been churning on offense.
3rd and 10 from the 27. Mater rolling left, throws it deep for Glosser. Pass is caught. 40, 35, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Mustangs. Just like that, 73 yards. And Davis County hits another big play.
Yeah, tremendous focus there. I mean, you can see Mater just trying to do whatever he could to handle the football. Threw it in a very unorthodox way, but the only way you could throw it with these conditions, threw it on the money. Good job again by Carson. And then to Glosser to get open and beat the defender by a couple steps and haul it in after that ball's that slimy. So good focus by both those guys and good execution out of the Mustangs.
Brad, you mentioned last in the first half is that's pretty much the way Davis County has been able to move the ball consistently. It's with that deep pass.
They had opportunities early, and again, our athletes are, once they get in space, they're able to do something. These conditions are kind of unprecedented, but when you get the opportunity, when you're an athlete, hey, make a play, and they did. Great job there from the Mustangs. No quit.
Zittler's extra point is good, and with 3:48 remaining in the third quarter, it is now 47-14 in favor of Williamsburg. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
3:48 remaining in quarter number 3. A 73-yard pass from Carson Bader to Caden Glosser. They have connected for a touchdown in each of the first 3 games. However, they still trail big to Williamsburg, 47-14. McCall with the high pop-up kick, near side, brought in by Grip at the 30. Dancing away from a tackle by Piper, and he dives forward to the 35-yard line.
Tackle made by Zwinerski.
Yeah, so Hoyt kind of slowed him up. I know Combe was in the area there too. And Ellis, the other thing that score does is it takes the point differential back underneath 35, so it lengthens the football game. And again, when you're down, it's unlikely you're going to dig out of this hole. Very unlikely, but you get to play more football, and that's really what it's all about. It's a game.
New quarterback in the game, Cade Ritchie will be the new signal caller. Fullback dive to Tyler Schaefer, and he gets spun down after just a yard to the 36. Actually, it gave him an extra yard. Looks like they brought him down at the 37, or the ball is marked at the 37, so give Schaefer 2. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ritchie hands it off, and getting brought down at the 40-yard line. That is Douglas, Owen Douglas.
I would anticipate a steady dose of that out of Williamsburg.
Yeah.
They're just going a typical kind of pro set. You got a tight end right, flanker right, receiver left, just I formation under the center, just trying to get some reps for some young guys, but yet run the ball so the clock doesn't stop, because, again, we are underneath the 35-point running clock point differential, so the clock will stop on passing plays. So I anticipate a lot of grinding football here out of the Williamsburg Raiders.
3rd and 5 from the 40. Ritchie to throw. Left-handed pass is a one-handed catch along the near sideline. What a catch by Cam Royster. And it's a first down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 8. What a catch by Royster.
Very nice catch. Very nice ball by I believe he's a sophomore, is he not? Junior, Cade Ritchie, junior quarterback there, rolling out to his left. So they were putting the ball in the air. They're out of same formation. They're out of the pro set, but he rolled to his left and converted the first down.
Ritchie under center. And to give to Douglas, running wide to the right, brought down just around midfield. Making the stop was, I'm waiting to see his number. I think that's Clayton Smith. No. Yeah, that's Clayton Smith. And that's a gain of 2 to midfield.
Yeah, Williamsburg taking their time on the play call. Again, just taking as much of the clock off as they can.
2nd and 8 from midfield. I formation behind Ritchie. Hand off to the first man through. That's Schaefer, and he gets stacked up. Maybe got a yard to the 49, but that's it. Good interior push by the defensive line of Davis County. We'll give him a yard to the 49, and that brings up 3rd and 7. Clock moving, 1:22 remaining in the third quarter. Williamsburg 47, Davis County 14.
Not only do we see, just different stature out of the Williamsburg offensive line, but you see white jerseys, so you know some different players in the game.
Most definitely. Blitz coming. Ritchie gets the pass away, but it's dropped in the flat on the far side. Schaefer couldn't quite handle the pass from Ritchie, and after an incomplete pass, 4th down coming up, and here comes the punt team for Williamsburg.
You can see a lot of dirty jerseys coming in here now for the punt teams. Something, again, you're experienced players.
Yeah, you don't want to turn it over.
Exactly right. Yeah, about a 4th down, you're snapping the ball, a slippery ball. Here you got to make sure that you have experienced guys.
A high snap. It's gathered in, and a low line drive punt is gotten away. I don't know how.
Right, that's what Gloucester was trying to do, on their last one, but unfortunately the Williamsburg player got his hands on. We weren't as fortunate there to get our hands on. I don't know how he got that away.
Henriksen got the punt away, and then the ball just stuck in the ground, kind of like a lawn dart.
Yeah, it was just end over end, kind of a line drive almost, and it just hit that mud hole and stuck right there.
So the 23-yard line is the line of scrimmage.
I don't even see the officials really toweling the ball off at this point. It must just be futile by this point in the game that it's just like, all right, we're not making any difference. Stick this thing in a dryer if you have one when they don't have it. So it's play on.
Carson Mader comes back out with the offensive starters. Looks like Williamsburg brings back a couple of defensive starters, judging by the degree of soil under jersey. Screen pass, incomplete at the feet at the 20-yard line to Clayton Smith on the right side.
Yeah, and that ball, we had a little bit of a rain shower come through in the last series and just dampen things, which we don't need any more damp at this point. And that ball, I can't say it again enough, it's just impossible. I don't even know how to describe it unless you've done it.
Well, it doesn't even look like Mater is grabbing it by the laces. He's trying to get as good of a grip as he can find and then just...
Exactly. You know, you're at this point, however you can get it off and just try to get it in the vicinity of your receiver to try to do anything with it.
Mater was able to complete a 73-yard touchdown pass to Gloucester on the last series. Now they go with the big formation, 3 backs behind Mater. McCall, the deep back, takes the handoff as he tries the right guard, and he pushes the pile to about the 25 for a gain of just 1.
McCall on the carry, gain of 2. Bring up 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs.
3rd and 9 coming up from the 25-yard line. As we are at 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Davis County trailing Williamsburg 47-14. And the Mustangs will get one final play off before the end of the quarter. I formation behind Mater under center. Play action. Mater rolling to his left, tucks it and runs, and he gets slung down from behind at the 30, make that the 28-yard line.
Look like maybe number 9, Gable Dayton on the play there. Decent job by him out in the open space against an athletic Mater, who we saw a couple times with his legs break away. Not that time, Gable able to bring him down.
So that will end the third quarter. Our score, Williamsburg 47, Davis County 14. Back for the final quarter after this on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Yes, the great outdoors is wide open. So why not make the most of it? Expand your family's freedom with the off-road's best. Like the only built-in GPS that doesn't require a cell connection. And group tracking that lets you spread out and stay together. Upgrade your ride for as little as $5 a day. Polaris. Think outside.
Stop into Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I look forward to meeting you and your family.
And welcome back to Mustang Stadium, where Davis County trails Williamsburg 47-14. The punt by Gloucester comes down into the hands of Jake Weber, running to the far side at the 40 and tackled from behind at the 42-yard line.
Thought that looked like Mater on the Mater out there on the tackle.
Okay. So 1st and 10 Williamsburg, and we saw their MO in the last drive, Brad. They're just looking to get the clock moving and get out of here with a Week 3 win to move their record to 3-0. Timeout called by Davis County.
And they're going to try to get some guys experience, too, right? You got a huge point differential. Here's an opportunity to get some younger guys into the experience and get them some varsity action. Our guys have to take advantage of those matchups because we are, should take advantage of those matchups as the starting guys, and I'm expecting that we'll see some of our younger classmen as well get in here. But if you have a matchup where you can take advantage of, here's your opportunity to make some plays.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Brad, but this game, although it's a lopsided score, Williamsburg looks like they're on their way to go 3-0. I think Davis County showed up better in this game than they have in the previous 2 years.
I agree, and you would hope to see that at this point with our experience that we have, and they've got some wins under their belt now against a couple good opponents in Albia and Centerville. Down in both of those games, came back and were able to take advantage of opportunities when they had them. Here just weren't against a really solid caliber team to take those opportunities when we were given them. But still, there's going to be some positives to take away from this that coaches can build on. Again, next couple weeks we're going to see a better matchup at Central Lee and at West Burlington over the next couple weeks. So some positives to take away here. And, at this point in the game, you just hope get guys healthy, get them through, take advantage of some matchups, and see what you can do here with under 12 minutes of play.
1st and 10 from the 43. Handoff is to Douglas. Almost got stripped in the backfield, but he gets tackled by Luke Fairley at the 45-yard line after a gain of 2.
Tackle made for the Mustangs by Luke Farley.
Yeah, I'm starting to see some clean jerseys for the Mustangs, too. You can see the gold pants really shining through, a sign that they are getting into the game, and here's their opportunity to make some plays and get some varsity experience.
They was kind of trying to run a man off late, and they managed to get him off before the snap. 2nd and 7, blitz coming, and Ritchie will fall under an avalanche of Davis County Mustangs. Charges led by number 73, whose number is not on the roster, or whose name is not on the roster. Number 73, but number 1 are names and hearts, and he gets himself a sack back to the 42-yard line. That'll take him back to the original line of scrimmage and make it 3rd and 10.
I think that may have been Merrick Danley, because I see he's listed as 74, but I'm looking at 74 on the sideline, and that is not Merrick. So I'm thinking that might have been Merrick Danley. So good play by him, good motor.
Ritchie rolls to the right on 3rd and 10, and he scoots out of bounds at the 35-yard, make that the 45-yard line. Just a gain of 3, and 4th down coming up.
Ritchie on the carry for Williamsburg. Pick up a 3, forced out of bounds by Gwinerski.
Since Ritchie went out of bounds, that stopped the clock with 10:48 remaining in the 4th quarter. It's 47-14, Williamsburg, and the punt team comes out for the Raiders. A couple of new return men back for the Mustangs as well.
Yeah, I believe
and
that's
timeout is called by Davis County.
Number 22 is one of them. I see back there, but you're right. Timeout. Colin Batterson is one of them, and then I thought it was 33, but we'll see when they come out from the timeout who goes back deep.
You're right, it is 33.
33, Nathan Schooley.
But now they switch it up, as that's Easton White and Cohen Piper now going back for Davis County to receive the punt. Interesting switcheroo there by Coach Scott Murdoch.
Yeah, you see the muddier pants come in, so more experienced guys deep. Probably a good move. Again, just trying to secure the ball in a situation where you just want to get some guys experience on the offensive side of the ball and end the game here on a positive note.
Low snap, gathered in, almost blocked by Zittler, who came flying in. End over end kick, bouncing at the 25, inside the 20, and it comes to rest at the 17-yard line. 10:35 remaining in the 4th quarter. Davis County with the ball, and they trail 47-14. This will be their first possession of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, this will be a memorable game regardless for the Mustangs. I mean, these are fun games, memorable games when they're just muddy and slippery. And I remember going down in college one time and playing at Clover Stockton in conditions like this. It was on a Sunday morning after a Saturday varsity football game as a JV player, and just an absolute mud pit. Got our tails whipped, but, man, was it fun. Sliding around. You see guys out there still having fun, some young guys out there taking opportunities when they're given to them. And again, I think that's probably a good sign from our coaching staff that they're keeping things within perspective. This is a game, and it's Friday night.
You only get so many mud games.
Exactly.
Tatum Bish, new quarterback in the game for Davis County. A handoff straight ahead, and at the 17, make that the 19-yard line. Just trying to see who was on the carry on that play. I believe that was Colin Batterson.
2-yard pickup for the Mustangs brings up 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 for Davis County. Line of scrimmage is the 19.
Still 10 minutes left in the quarter, so something for these young guys to do with the ball.
I hand off again to Batterson. And he gets stood up and driven back. I was going to say a nice tackle by number 73 of Williamsburg, but his name also is not on the roster.
73s are not listed tonight.
Yeah, 73 seems to be the cursed number, if you will.
Yeah. Well, good play by him. He's on the nose tackle position there on the defensive line. Good push. Pushed our guys right back in, and not only did he give a good push, he made the play.
3rd and 9 coming up for Davis County, 9:20 remaining in the final quarter. They trail 47-14. And they split out 5 wide receivers. Bish is in his lonesome in the backfield. Blitz coming. Bish rolling right. Tucks it and runs. Flag is down. That looked like that was an illegal block in the back on one of the wide receivers outside. Bish does get taken down right at the line of scrimmage at the 19. And you figure the penalty will be declined against Davis County. And it is holding.
Yep, looks like they're going to decline
so the penalty is declined. Glosser comes in to punt.
Penalty is declined. We'll bring up 4th and 8 for the Mustangs.
Another precarious situation here. He's going to take the snap about the 6-yard line. So a tough spot for this long snapper to make a good snap because that ball, again, is just unmanageable.
And Glosser drops it right on cue, Brad, and his kick is blocked. Glosser manages to cover the loose ball, but he's inside his own 5-yard line at about the 3. And it's another turnover on downs against Davis County. Another bad snap, but it's like you forecasted that.
It's not a terrible snap in normal conditions, low, something that Caden normally could handle, but again, that ball is impossible by this point of the game. And again, the officials are done wiping it off because it's just futile at this point to even do so. Unfortunate change of events, but Williamsburg, there's some of their young players here have an opportunity, as do some of our young players, to step up and make a play. Actually, I see our starters coming back into the game here.
Okay, yeah, that's Alex Lynch tried to run on late.
Yeah, but he didn't have his equipment ready, so he's got to go off. He didn't have his football helmet snapped.
Yep.
So he's coming out of the game.
And now looks like Carson Zittler is coming into the game with helmet on. And good job by the referee not letting Lynch come into the game. You got to have your helmet on when you come onto the field. 1st and goal from the 3. Handoff is to Douglas. Nice tackle right at the legs.
That looked like a McCall-type tackle to me.
That was Gavin McCall on the tackle.
I can't see a number. It's just complete. Oh, there he is. Yep, number 5.
Yep.
But it just looked like his style of tackle, and it was. He's playing a lot of defensive line tonight with, I believe, linebackers tonight being crewed by Clayton Smith and Hoyt, I think. And you'll have the honor of doing the last name because I won't even go there. Number 32, the linebacker crew, but a good tackle by Gavin.
Zwaniarski.
Oh, there's a fumble.
Fumble snap, and Ritchie recovers for Williamsburg. Loss of 1 back to the 4 as the clock continues to wind. 8:15 and counting remaining in the ball game. Williamsburg leading 47-14.
3rd and goal for Williamsburg.
3rd and goal now with the ball back at the 4. Dare Williamsburg try to pass it on 3rd and goal? I guess we will see. Another fumble snap, and Ritchie has to fall on it again. Back at the 7-yard line.
You hear the coaches yelling for a dry ball like that exists at this point in the game, but hey, it's not working right now, so maybe the other slime ball will work.
No, hey, if you don't ask, then you definitely won't get it, Brad.
Yeah, true. Very true. So they pull the next slimy ball out of the slime bucket and see what they can do with this one. 4th and
like
about
goal
6
from
at this
the
time.
6.
Yep.
Yeah.
4th and goal.
Williamsburg will go for it. Ritchie under center. He takes a snap. He's back to throw. Looking left as he rolls to the left. Turns the corner, fires to the end zone. Flag is down. Pass is tipped away and incomplete in the end zone.
I think we might have a block in the back by one of the offensive players as we had a defensive player in pursuit.
It's a block in the back. I think you're right.
I believe it will be, so we'll decline
that one. But Davis County
one.
will decline that. And Davis County takes over on downs.
So, hey, really nice job there because, again, extremely short field where they have it on the 3-yard line after the fumbled snap on the punt opportunity or the punt try. And hey, didn't let them in. Good job by the defense, and turn the ball over to our offense, see what we can do with it.
Taden Bish will lead his team. Will lead the offense back out in the field. Nope, beg your pardon. That's Carson Mater. Mater is back. Maybe because the ball is so deep in their own territory, that's why Mater is back in the game.
Yeah, and you got young guys who are less experienced trying to get the ball from the center to quarterback exchange. That's probably a smart move at this point, just to try to get out from your own end zone.
Yeah, Gavin McCall is a deep back with 3 backs behind Mater. Handoff is to McCall, running straight ahead, and he delivered the blow to the defender as he gets it up to the 11-yard line, a gain of 5.
Coming out in the power formation again, that unbalanced formation, guard, tackle, so power set here again, just trying to get the ball out from your own back door there. You know, you're butted up against your own end zone, trying to get some better field position for your offense.
On 2nd and 5 from the Davis County 11, McCall again running straight ahead, slams into the line, keeps his feet, now runs free. Nope, they say he was down. I thought he might have been able to score free, then he might have been off to the races, but one of the official, the linesman on the far side, said McCall's knee was down at the 10.
Let him play.
And that's a loss of 1.
Oh, they said his knee was down.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I gotcha. That's better than calling him down because he was not down by a long shot in terms of being tackled. But like sometimes they'll stop his forward, progress.
Oh, I see what
Definitely
you mean.
not stopped on that one, but his knee went down.
Yeah, linesman ruled his knee down.
Okay.
3rd and 6.
I'll give him that.
For Davis County, 5:55 remaining in the ball game. Mustangs trail 47-14. Mater in the shotgun, 4 receivers out, takes a snap, guns it over the middle for Glosser, pass is tipped and almost intercepted. Glosser got undercut on the route by number 15 of Williamsburg.
Just impossible to get a grip on it. I mean, that's just not the ball that Mater normally throws, and he's doing the best he can. Again, it's starting to rain here, light rain, but just a rain on top of what you already had, which were poor field conditions and poor ball conditions. So tough ball to even throw there, even think about throwing, and fortunate that one hit the turf from not being intercepted.
Glosser, and he's had his adventures punting tonight. He's at his own goal line. He catches it cleanly, and it got partially blocked. It's caught by a Raider. He gets it inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. So that is we'll call that a 4-yard punt and a 3-yard return. So that's a net of a yard. And Williamsburg has first and goal at the Davis County. Actually, we'll call it the 8.
I can't tell that number. I'm thinking it's number 81, Cam Royster, maybe on the return there. But his jersey is so mud-caked on the back now.
This has been
really hard to see.
Not only has it been a nightmare for players as far as footing is concerned, it's been a nightmare for us because
visibility has improved fog-wise, but now it's
when you have white jerseys with black numbers, and you get mud on your back.
Early we couldn't see him because of the fog. Now we can't see him because of the mud.
Right. There's the give.
Good tackle.
Yeah, a very good tackle. Actually, that was number 29 hit immediately. I say 29 because there's no number on our roster or no name to the corresponding number.
Was that Clayton Smith on the tackle? I think that was number 11 out of the
number
linebacker
11,
position.
Clayton Smith, you're right.
Good form tackle, drove his feet.
That was a loss of 2. And that will take us inside of 5 minutes remaining, and Williamsburg not in any hurry whatsoever to get this next play off. On 2nd and 10. Hand off to 29, running to the near side, tries to turn a corner, got past the Zittler tackle, and he's in for the touchdown.
I think two Mustangs kind of ran into each other there on the tackle, and he just kind of split right through them. Had there just been one of them, I think he would have been tackled, but because they hit him like simultaneously from two sides, it kind of held him up, and he, I'm sure just like anything, he's slimy at this point too from the conditions, was able to weasel his way through and find the end zone. But he kind of pinballed off of both the tacklers and just kind of slid his way right through the two of them because, again, he's got to be slimy with as much mud as on his jersey at this point, and found his way in.
Number 29 gets his first touchdown run of the season. Maravez has been busy kicking all these extra points, and he boosts that one through. 4:46 left to go in the ball game. Williamsburg 54, Davis County 14, and we'll be back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Davis County, where Williamsburg has extended their lead to 54-14. They have led throughout, and this is their biggest lead of the game. Running clock from here on out. As Davis County, they give them credit, Brad. They were able to fight the deficit back down to under 35 to force the more conventional clock.
Sure, and gain a lot more plays because of it.
Yeah. Low squibber. Juggled and gathered in by Batterson at the far sideline. Gets past the 20 and brought down at the 22-yard line.
Colin Batterson on return for the Mustangs.
So next week, first road game for the Mustangs on week 4. They'll be going to Central Lee in Donaldson to take on the Hawks.
Probably good that we're going on the road.
Yeah.
Just looking at our field, give our field the opportunity over the next 2 weeks, I believe.
That's right.
To kind of recover, maybe get our maintenance guys on it, seat it down, roll it out, and be ready for 3 weeks from tonight.
Weird schedule for Davis County. They started off with 3 home games, then 2 road games, and then they wrap up their schedule with 2 more home games before the playoffs roll around. Keep in mind, everybody makes the postseason this year. On 1st and 10, the handoff goes to about the 25-yard line before driven back.
And with running clocks, this will be
very quick.
Potentially the last series for the Mustangs, I would guess. But if they can get a first down, then keep things going to keep the ball on their side of the field to give Williamsburg no more opportunities, because they've done everything they could tonight with the ball, and tackling has been tough for Mustang defenders.
Cohen Piper took that last carry for 2 yards. 3:09 left to go in the ball game. Bish on a quarterback draw, runs it, tries to bounce it out to the right side, still on his feet, diving forward to the 26-yard line. Gain of about 4 to the 26. And that'll leave a third and we'll call it 5. 2:40 remaining in the ball game. Davis County will suffer their first loss of the new season. They were looking to go 3-0 for the first time since 2012. That will have to wait for another season. Piper gets the handoff and gets hit in the backfield and dropped. And the starters for Williamsburg shouting encouragement to their backups out in the field. They liked what they saw in that tackle.
See a lot of our starters coming back on the field here, so I don't know if I would punt it after the last few times of lack of execution on our punt team.
Yeah.
I may just go for it.
They do say practice makes perfect, so we will see.
Looks like we are going to be punting. Can't imagine he'd fake it here and show anything on film to Central Lee or West Burlington.
4th and 7 from the 25. A good snap. And that kick is partially blocked. Will Desmet got a hand on it. It's recovered and returned close to the 20-yard line. This has just been, especially in the second half, a nightmare on special teams, Brad.
Yeah, that's a very good word for it. Not only do you have the conditions, but you have guys coming through their blocks and getting hands on the ball. That's at least the third, if not the fourth, block we've had in addition to the low snaps and snaps over the head. So that's something that we're going to have to iron out to stay competitive in the next couple weeks.
Under a minute left to go. And I imagine Williamsburg will just take a couple of knees to end this game. Richie goes down to a knee. And will one more play be needed, or will that be it? Looks like we'll need one more play before we can put this game to bed. Richie will take one more snap. Waits for the clock to wind all the way down at 5 seconds now. Actually, the back judge won't even raise his hand, so they might just let the clock run down, and that's the ball game.
Right, because even in a penalty, I don't think it would have stopped. So.
Right. So that will do it. A dominating performance by Williamsburg as they deal Davis County their first loss of the season, 54-14. We will take a 4-minute timeout and come back to give you the totals of this game and wrap it up from here at Mustang Stadium from a very soggy football field as Davis County falls to Williamsburg 54-14. Back in 4 minutes on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
This is Milo Wells, your pharmacist and owner at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. When you need prescriptions, stop in and let our team take care of you. If you're a current customer, I challenge you to ask a friend or neighbor that comes to our pharmacy if they are satisfied with the professionalism and small-town customer service we pride ourselves on. We provide a higher level of pharmacy care with the same copays as other pharmacies in the area. Let us sync your medications to help save you time with once-a-month pickup at Wells Hometown Drug next to CarQuest in Bloomfield.
Hi, I'm Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. Whatever project you're working on, we have what you need. From shingles, new windows, siding, plumbing, or even nice new Milwaukee power tool. If we don't have it, we can order it. And if you need professional advice on a project, we're always happy to help. While you're here, check out our Makerspace building. Make plans to stop out every month on second Saturday for lots of vendors on hand. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start to finish lumberyard.
This is Lisa Bell. Hey, all you Davis County Mustang fans. The agents at Northside Insurance are just like you. We support the Mustangs, too. We're proud to live in Bloomfield, where we help families like yours with auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Give us a call at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield and Centerville today, 664-2362. And go Mustangs! Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
This is Chris Merle at Hamilton Produce. We have what you need to keep everything on your farm or in the shop in working order, including a full line of cattle chutes and calving equipment. We are also your best source for the most competitive prices on LP gas. Check out our full line of Carhartt clothing and dry shod boots. And did we mention we now carry Orca coolers as well? Hamilton Produce, your one-stop shop for all your farm and hardware needs, just off the square in Bloomfield or on the old Brick Plant Road in Ottumwa.
Hi, I'm Eric, owner of Spillman Auto Parts. We have thousands of used parts that would fix that annoying problem with your car. Dennis, Gary, and John are ready to take your call and save you money. You can also check out our eBay store and buy parts directly on our website at spillmanauto.com. And don't forget to check out our great selection of rebuildable cars, trucks, and SUVs. We look forward to meeting you at Spillman Auto Parts in Bloomfield.
Go Mustangs!
You're watching Mustang football on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Everything good, but it ain't sweet, no.
All over from here in Bloomfield, where Davis County falls for the first time this season, losing to Williamsburg by the final score of 54-14. Brad, when we look at the numbers, it was a 34-7 halftime lead, and just one big play by Davis County in that second half, and the third quarter pass from Mater to Gloucester. This is the third straight game that they've connected, 73 yards. And given the conditions, given the way the ball was today, just the fact that he completed such a long pass in that third quarter is a feat in and of itself.
It absolutely was. And, we were hoping the field conditions would play to our advantage more than it turned out to be. The field conditions definitely hurt, especially our field position several times, both returning the ball. We had a couple hiccups trying to field punts and trying to get punts off from the center exchange to the punter. So field conditions definitely were not in our favor tonight, and we were hoping to maybe slow down their offense a little more. That did not come to fruition tonight.
I think that second half, you want the guys to play hard, and they did play hard. I mean, they didn't give up. They showed that they had heart the entire time. I think the conditions got the better of them, and especially with those punts. I mean, how many punts were blocked? Like 2, like 3, maybe even 4?
Yeah, right. And several others, or at least one other, if not 2 others, that were fielded, and he just kind of, Caden being he, just kind of ate it and decided to try to get something out of nothing because at that point it was not looking promising with guys barreling down on him. So, yeah, field conditions were tough tonight. And credit to Williamsburg. They were able to keep their footing in a lot of cases and make big plays. On paper, this looked like a tough matchup, and, again, that really showed itself tonight, even in tough conditions, that this is a very good football team that came to town.
Yeah, we mentioned when we watched the game, the tape of them on the game, the first 2 weeks, is that they really could do either. They could run or they could pass. But given the conditions today, especially with the rain pouring the way it did, they are more than comfortable going on the ground, and they ended up beating up about almost 300 yards on the ground. So it's one of those things where they were really comfortable doing so. And Raleigh Holtz, the backup running back, not the first guy, but the backup running back, he ends up getting 4 touchdowns in the game where he rushed for 152 yards by my count.
When I was talking to Coach Blake this week, as our defensive coordinator, he said they had 3 really solid running backs on film that they had to prepare for. They had the ability to throw the ball, so very balanced, and took care of the football. They did have some turnovers. They had a lot of penalties, so they have some things they're going to need to iron out. But, good job by them to keep their footing and make plays when plays were there for opportunities to be made.
So what do you take away from this game?
This on paper was a tough matchup. We knew that coming into this game. Our kids have a lot of confidence. They've won a couple good games the last couple of weeks, but this program is a different caliber program in the state of Iowa, and they are a top-tier program, and this is the program that we aspire to be, and our kids got to see what it looks like to be on that level of football and play really sound football. But again, taking nothing away from our guys, because I said it many times, especially the first half when our offensive line were getting their assignments, taking good first steps, giving Carson time, but field conditions and we have a lot of guys that have to play both ways, and they probably have more opportunities to platoon guys than we do. So our guys never quit, but they just are a different caliber football team, and they showed that tonight.
Brad, when it comes to the tape of this game, how much do you take into consideration, especially considering the fact that, I mean, Davis County probably won't play in the game with these sloppy conditions again, but, I mean, how much of this tape do you glean from? What do you glean from this tape, if anything?
Yeah, really, you can look at, I always went in and kind of rated my players and just really looked at the fundamentals. You really just can go back, not a lot you can take, but you can look at their fundamentals. How was their, pad level on tackles? Were they putting themselves in position? How was their first step? Just the little fundamental things you might be able to glean. But as you said, really, really hard game because just kind of an unorthodox football game when you have these types of conditions. Memorable, fun to play in. Even when you're getting your tail whipped like that. I've been there on both sides, coaching and winning as well. I've been on that side of it when it's been unbalanced, and it's not fun. But my coach in high school always used to tell us. I remember a game distinctly. I was a sophomore. We were down 50-0 at halftime. Oof. His halftime speech was, "Boys, we play this game because it's a game, and we play it because we love it and it's fun." And that kind of sparked us a little bit. So those, you can take those types of things, and our coaching staff's great about that and putting things in perspective for these guys. It is a game. It's supposed to be fun, and as you said, there are teams that aren't getting to play tonight because of conditions out of their control. Yeah. COVID-19 still spreading in many communities, and we got to play the game and fortunate to do so.
All right, so this one gets put to bed, and it's the first loss of the season for Davis County. They fall to 2-1. Now looking ahead, Central Lee, that's an interesting matchup because 2 years ago, Davis County beat them in Donaldson. Last year, they came here and they beat Davis County in the season finale. They kind of whipped them at the line of scrimmage. They really looked like the dominant team last year. Obviously, you can't go from year to year, especially in high school, with it being so volatile. But Central Lee seems like a team that poses a nice challenge to Davis County. But that looks like a really good game coming up next week.
And I remember last year, too, coming into it thinking it was a really good matchup, a good opportunity for a team that was just on the cusp of maybe starting to put some wins together. And we were surprised by how physical Central Lee came in and how physical they played. And we thought it was going to be a really good matchup, and it turned out it was not so. So similar to Albia, kind of the rubber match for us, at least, in our partnership of the last 3 seasons. We've seen the game go either way. I haven't seen any film of them. I haven't heard anything about them yet. It's kind of a rival of mine from my high school days a little bit. Actually, the team that I just mentioned that whipped us 50-0, we were down halftime, it was Central Lee that did that to me as a sophomore.
Okay.
So I know the program, but I don't know this coaching staff, and I don't know really what to expect. So I'll have to go watch some film to get ready to see what they bring. But a rubber match nonetheless.
Right. So that will be our game next week. In the meantime, once again, our final score from here in Davis County is Williamsburg 54, Davis County 14, and Williamsburg improves to 3-0. Davis County drops to 2-1, and we would like to thank you for making this a part of your Friday evening. Mustangs will hit the road for the first time this season next week as they continue district play versus Central Lee in Donaldson. Kickoff is scheduled for 7:30, and we look forward to having you join us then. Brad, as always, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's been great. It's been another Friday with you.
Yeah, and it's been a memorable one. Conditions were unique, foggy. Now we have rain coming. Just kind of lots of things thrown in the mixing bowl tonight.
And we thank you for joining us, and hopefully you're dry in your respective corner of neck of the woods, and we will see you next week. In the meantime, for Brad McCloskey and our producer Parker Stevens, this is Els Kojo saying so long from Bloomfield. The preseason has been a presentation of Davis County football on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.